Hi, Amy.
Hi. Amy, we have good quality. Sorry you didn't hear that.
What the fuck?
Immediate jump scare.
What's your freaking problem?
Yeah, what is your Right.
Wait, the mic is peaking at a certain point.
Can you hear the music?
Can you hear the focus?
Amy, can you hear the music?
I'm sure because we don't have any sound like noise reduction on it. She probably can hear everything.
So, before we begin, I would like to tell you guys that I am getting married. No, I'm kidding.
I thought
You're getting married?
He's gay?
Wait,
Axel, go the
can
fuck
guys
away.
get married?
What's his name?
I'd like to tell you
My
guys.
mom.
Yeah, my mom. Getting married to my mom. I'd like to tell you guys that I was finally able to complete my obsession. I figured out that I could edit maps in 4K and got it in my mind that I needed to make a whole new map, evolution of ideas, you see what I'm saying? I finally finished it, and I was able to hone in, zoom in, and make essentially sort of finalized versions of ideas that I've had for a long time.
The compass is cool looking, and you finally killed the sea serpent.
So
he took it out because he kept saying shit.
this is a new map. Nothing that you guys have done have changed. The locations that you've been to are still there, and everything has still happened. But there is new things that have been taken out, things that have been put in,
Can
You took out the hills?
and an overall evolution.
So, do you know how the hills were?
Bring back
Oh my
The
God.
sea serpent. Where's the sea serpent?
Can
Okay.
you?
the hills.
Listen, so the hills aren't there anymore. Does that mean like the land is actually more flat than it was?
What did you do?
No,
There's a smudge on it, yeah.
Well, there still is as much.
Well, wasn't there a big old hole?
This is an estimation. This is not a one-to-one of the environment. It is all a sort of, especially around here where lands are mostly uncharted, it's mostly an interpretation of what might be
Uncharted,
there.
you say?
So you see,
The crack isn't there anymore.
Rock
Oh, it's
notice?
right there.
It is. It's just very
Oh,
tiny.
super small.
Wow.
Which makes more sense.
Hey, the
to be
4K
above
looks
the
great
line.
though.
Yeah, it does. Nice.
And you
nice.
see,
I love it on the
Stone.
720p
You
TV.
are right there.
You moved the mountain, right?
He rearranged a lot of stuff.
It's
a
kind of in the same spot.
slight rearrangement.
Do
but
you have
things are-
access to the old one real quick?
It's
Like, can you
dark
like
now.
overlay it so we can see the differences?
And Farfire's not right
Nevin,
next
what
to it.
happened to the finger?
It's still, it's.
Why isn't
it's-
it named anymore?
Okay, stop rubbing it.
It's barely touching the
Where is
TV.
it? Where's this?
I knew this would happen.
Then bring him back.
What I'm telling you
Where
is
is he?
this is the final time this will
So-
happen. All maps further on will be final.
If we
Um,
discover a place, can we name it and you put it on the map?
But I still question.
Potentially.
Why isn't the name here anymore, though? Like, sorry,
We don't know
I
that.
was trying to be actually serious about it
Because things have been simplified. It's
see.
just
because it doesn't matter as much.
Because we haven't found it yet.
Can you draw fan art of the sea serpent?
but you see this
Sure.
this
So we have to
scale
put it in?
the scale is accurate right here. So you can
can you
attempt to use that scale.
Can you draw
okay.
Nevin slaying the sea serpent?
Jasper, draw all of us fighting the compass rose.
No, we
What's that town we keep going to?
We're at Huddlestone.
The ones down south?
Port Search.
Yeah, can we go there?
Yeah, can you do like a mini box on the corner showing where Port Cirque is, like Hawaii?
No, yeah, the sea serpent was like, I'm going south for the winter.
That's where, yeah, you just
Live cam.
moved, dude. That's all.
You know what, Nevin? If the sea serpent
Whoa,
isn't
is
near
this our
Port
word?
Search, I'll kill you.
Totalis. Why are we?
I have to like come over here.
This is
So-
us right here.
So I also made this. I'll pull this up every once in a while, just to kind of switch it up. This is just information.
This is my
on the
Can we
shit.
world.
go to
I
the
love
Nine
this.
Hells? That sounds awesome.
This is just information on the world.
I like mechanics.
Keep in mind that these are elements that your characters may or may not know about, but the more you guys look at this, you might grow familiar with this world and this
Oh, this is
existence
like
that you're in.
canon. Like
Yes, this is
D&D.
yes. So, so that you guys can grow more familiar with all this, this is Totalis. Totalis is not just the planet you're on; it's also the sort of realm space that you occupy. There are 3 moons that orbit Totalis. You can see them there. Their names, and you inhabit the material plane.
And we have a ring of fire surrounding our Earth.
No, we have the four.
You have
the four
the four-
planes.
yeah.
But you
4
can't
elemental
see.
planes.
You have only been one place here. You've been there. You've been to the Feywild. That's it.
Can we go to the Nine Hells?
We'll
You
see.
can.
From
We'll see if you'll go to the night.
I have
It all depends.
I have played in a campaign where we went to Mechanus, and it's cool as shit.
No, I want to go to Nine Hells.
No, that's fine. Just
From what
all
Nevin
of these
is
places are cool.
From what Nevin has explained, is you know how the Feywilds is like a reflection of the Earth. This is like the opposite way,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Let's go to Ysgard.
But if you see here, just for the sake of your imaginations, you can imagine Near is essentially the moon. It is a large, sort of grayish, whitish moon that dominates the sky. You know how in pieces of fiction the moon is always bigger than it is in real life?
Yeah.
That's how big.
That's how big the moon
Yeah.
is in this world. Lazis is a much smaller but still dominant in the sky blue moon that sort of radiates a blue glow around it. And the red moon, Ravmine, is not always visible in the sky. Sometimes it is not there,
I
sometimes
hate
it
seeing
is.
this upside
But it is very distant, like a tiny, tiny red dot.
This is so cool. I
You
love
can
this
see-
shit.
You can see the
Yeah.
current year. You can also see months and days there.
Oh, wait,
This
here's
is
the-
Sunday. That is Saturday. So essentially
Valley
Monday,
Sun.
Will you be
Tuesday.
updating that?
Well, I just did update it.
Yeah,
because
we're
it's the.
in 603.
You were in
We're
603, now you're in 604.
Oh yeah, because
So you are-
Christmas happened.
You were literally the first of the
Yeah,
first
Christmas.
month, which is Ardsarn. You can see you were in Duskarn for a while.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
see.
and,
or, what's it called?
Audio
Search.
listeners, fuck you.
Well,
Port search should go right
Yeah, that
Shut up,
one.
shut
I don't
This
see
is-
that
Dude,
anywhere.
Port Source is in limbo. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the nine.
so I'm
True.
gonna take this out, put this map up so you guys can get used to it.
No, I want to see the other one.
Warlocks.
Do you want me to
Just
put the other one up?
No, I like this one.
Alright.
See, the hard part is if we want to get like out of the,
Do you have
of
a
the
map of
icy place,
Cuddlestone?
we have to get past these walls.
We have to break through with pickaxes.
True.
The thick border is in the way.
I want to go to the Compass Island.
I've said it before. I said, Bart, what would you guys do if this started spinning towards us slowly when you had to fight it?
So we will now
I want to go to the M.
truly get into the session as this more realized world comes to being. Now, in the last game, shut up.
We'll have to something else.
In the last game,
Oh.
the party made their way to the camp of Queen Bearuna to reunite with the tribesmen and explain their proposition for an alliance, as well as revealing that you had successfully slain the orcs of Morkransgård. Forming a more deeper union and becoming legends to their clan, you spent one night there, speaking to prophecy, speaking to Odin, learning promise. Yes, I keep forgetting that. Speaking to promise, as well as forming a deeper bond, reuniting essentially finally with your father, Wilhelm. But during the night you were assailed. Well, you weren't assailed, but an ally of yours was assailed by giants. You made your way there using Orpheus's newfound familiar to identify the threats before you swooped in and protected and saved your ally Red, who you knew was in the north in search of something, which you later learned was an ice staff, so that she could seek revenge for the red dragon Nadriarth, who was partially responsible, for the slaying of her mother and the adventuring party she belonged to. You returned to the camp with her. You realized that there was some unspoken tension between her and the newly named Promise, and she was able to explain to you what she was doing in the north, and you were able to explain to her what you were doing in the north. She elaborated a little bit on the danger that Tharizdun posed, or at least the heart of Tharizdun posed to the north, as well as the history of Promise, once prophecy, and explained, of course, her role, her purpose, and her quest to slay the Red Dragon Nadriarth. And of course she told you, and tried her best to convince you of a future endeavor, helping her and King Sparrow to prepare and possibly thwart the Red Dragon Nadriarth, who you already, as you learned, when she, of course, accosted you over your ownership of two, not just one, but two eye scales of Nadriarth, which she swiftly destroyed. After she accosted you from that, she explained that it seemed as if your fates were already intertwined, so it would be best to take preemptive action with her against the Red Dragon. But that is your choice and your decision to take in a future course. With that, you, Jout, on a whim, decided to contact Bryson via the sending spell. where you learned, in a hurried voice, that the kingdom of Caldwin, located north of the town of Davin, where the Goliaths, led by Odin's simulacrum, had assailed, were forming a countermeasure. An act of revenge to finally put an end to the violence that the Goliaths of tribe Kulartok had been wreaking in the south. But of course, unable to distinguish different Goliath tribes from different Goliath tribes, the Caldwinians are blinded by revenge and are moving to the north in order to enact a cruel, revenge-filled bloodshed against the Goliaths, of which they see no distinction. Of course, hurried by this news, you all made the 2 weeks-long trek through the north, back along the path whence you came, through Port Swornlag, where you had a small moment of joy inside the White Lady Inn that you had previously stayed in, and then made your way to the town of Huddlestone, a town of dwarfs and gnome miners, as well as travelers and monster hunters positioned high in the north, at the precipice of First Peak, the one of 4 great, large mountains that head the spine of the world, and the mountain that your tribe and many others, Wilhelm, have been positioned around for many years. You made your way to the town, sought information in the Short and Stout Tavern, where you reunited with the gnome, Zillior Copperspark from Bellborough. He told you that, after learning that very much so not all Goliaths were of ill intent, he was following the Caldwinians in hopes of possibly doing something about their unsavory actions here in the north. But your conversation was interrupted rudely by an attempted execution by the remaining soldiers of Caldwin positioned in the town, as they dragged a Goliath prisoner out into the square and attempted to execute him, of course, before your party stepped in, using magic, teleportation, and illusion, sleep magic, to dispatch of all of them in one fell move, sending them all into a slumber, of course before the guards came to break up any kind of tussle that was happening, chasing you down to potentially try and get answers. Who knows what they were trying to do. You ran with this unnamed Goliath in tow, who you later learned was Vithog, of course, returning to First Peak, as he told you he would do when you freed him from more Kraskor. Running. Odin told you of an ally he had here in the town from his time as chieftain. Positioned in a small, thin alleyway with a dead-end rock, he knocked a secret knock as the stone slid open and you used illusion magic to disguise your tail. You entered into this small little hollow where a tiny, large, bespeckled and goggled gnome with tan skin and large overalls greeted you and greeted Odin, as well as explained the situation and the 3 Goliaths that had been moving through the town when the Caldwins first came in and were seeking refuge with him in secret to avoid their persecution. You, Fallen, as this was all being explained to the party, and Sparks was introducing himself and giving you a dossier on the current goings-on, saw that one of the Goliaths had their leg broken. You went to go heal their broken leg. The Dark Knight, the embodiment of your visions and the bearer of your curse, descended upon you and once again turned your healing magic into a foul, burning flame that burned and disintegrated the Goliath's leg off from his body. And as Odin, Wilhelm, and Vithog quickly rushed to you and grabbed you and beat you into a relative submission,
Cool.
as you hid the crooked smile across your face, unable to explain what had been going on, the party was left stunned, as well as Sparks and the other Goliaths waiting for some kind of explanation. And that is where we left off, in this tense moment. Now I will also return to that moment.
Where's he?
But yeah, it's already good.
So,
Just hit the AC. I got money for no AC.
Fallen. In this dimly lit chamber, you lay on the ground, your palm to your mouth, hiding a crooked smile that is only just now beginning to fade as you are able to return your visage to normal. As the party looks on, as well as Sparks and the many Goliaths in awe and disdain, Valerie, you feel this tug at your shoulder. And you hear a voice come to your ears. Valerie. And you see as a white dove appears out of nowhere and perches itself on your shoulder. And as it does so, it turns to you and it says, "Look." And you feel this cold wash come over your body. And you look over at Fallen and you see that standing over him, behind him, is this form of shadow. This tall, imposing, armor-clad figure formed of this undulating black energy and black flame with piercing red eyes and a helm, sort of skeleton helm.
I can only see this?
You're the only one who sees this.
Okay, well, Valerie's gonna stumble back shocked
Okay?
with, what is that? She's not gonna try and, like, mask that she's talking to anything to the group. She's just gonna stare in Fallen's direction, obviously terrified.
Okay.
It's a terrifying thing, right?
Yes.
Is it, like, looming over him?
Yes. It is just this undulating, shadowy form, and as you do so, you see that it's reaching down towards Fallen, and as you stare at it, it sort of... and then it lifts its gaze and it meets your eyes. And it just... and then you say, Neuralis, your deity, sort of says, "Do not be afraid." And then he sort of flutters off, and you see as it disappears. And you are the only one who has seen this.
Do I know that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You hear this voice, he says, "Your ally is in greatly trouble. A dark force assails his mind.
What is it?
I do not know yet, but know that there is good in him and great evil."
Yeah, she's just gonna stare at you.
What are the rest of you doing? The
Um,
smile is faded.
yeah. Fallen, I would assume in the moment that Valerie saw the presence leave, I would feel like a small weight lifted. Yeah, I'll, since I was shoved to the ground, and I don't think I've stood up yet, I'll, use my sword to, like, kind of stand myself up before, reaching.
She's gonna kind of reach for a blade while you do that.
While
you pull out your sword and level yourself with it.
Yeah, I'll stand up, and just kind of, I'm not gonna walk outside, but I'm gonna find a secluded area.
It's hard. This is a small,
I
little,
know.
hollow chamber.
Maybe a dark corner to brood in. Just something to avoid the watchful and judgeful gaze of the Goliaths.
Okay. You're able to find a semi-huddle sort of rock shelf. You're just barely around a small corner, so you can still hear them and they can still sort of know that you're there. But you are subtly secluded.
Well, what is the meaning of this?
And you all have noticed that Valerie is visibly stunned.
I don't know.
You travel with the likes of him, a pair of horrendous dark magic.
He's not always like this.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but Valerie's gonna like walk over there. And is there something wrong with him? Terribly wrong.
What's wrong?
There's just something controlling him. There's something following him. We already knew this, but it's looming over him. It's like it's controlling him.
Hang on, Valerie.
We can't travel with him. We can't. We don't know. Is that Sparks? we don't know what he's going to do. I don't feel safe anymore. Even the thing I'm following, the deity, does not know what is happening.
Deity.
Just,
It's a big word for
She's a
well.
holy woman.
That's a big word for him. He doesn't know that I mean, he knows, but I don't know. We can't. He's just melted someone's leg off.
No.
We can't do this anymore.
Can he control his magic?
I don't know. Obviously he can't if he's harming people with it. I don't think he's doing it on purpose, but we can't do this. We can't travel with him anymore.
You see as Odin walks over to you, Fallen. Walks around the corner. Grabs you.
You.
Don't. Please don't do anything.
He just
What is your intent?
It's
Why are you here?
I only wish to help. I can't speak for the uncertainties that plague my actions, but my intentions are to help.
The lives of my people and Wilhelm's people are at stake. And we need every ally we can get. Every axe, every blade, every blunt-edged weapon. Your sword, I've seen it. It's worthy. But Valerie says a dark force follows you.
I kind of motion to the
I see it.
barbed.
he sort of
Have you tried to rid yourself of it?
Yes, and this is what it got me. It used to be a lot more loose.
You are enchained. A leash around your neck.
More or less.
he sort of
She
Fall
said
in. Speak.
no. She says if I listen, then it will work out for the both of us. As if she has something to gain from our partnership. But
Maybe you.
I didn't really think about that.
Do you believe you can keep your power in check? Answer me.
Yes. If I don't use it, then there's nothing to keep in check. If all I am is a sword and shield, then that's what I'll be.
Well, have you ever tried healing an enemy?
You know, during my moment of weakness, a few moments ago, a thought had crossed my mind that this is not the first time my intention to heal has resulted in someone's harm. So, if I intend to heal the enemy with said power, then perhaps it could do great harm, as it has done my allies twice now. But she might see through my intentions.
I don't know. Well, it's not my choice to make. But we need every blade.
Are you still in the corner, or have you kind of come?
Oh, well, he's kind of pulled me
I know.
out of the corner, so I'm kind of more in the light now.
you see as Vathag goes.
Odin, what are you saying? Did you see what he just did? You want to travel with him?
And I saved your life.
You did.
My intention is to help. It is not my intention to burn his leg off, it is hers.
But can the righteous be led by the wronged? Do you think you can control this forever?
If I don't use it, there's nothing to control. I just act as a sword and a shield, that's all I'll be.
Then do we have you at your word?
Of course, I've never meant anyone true harm. Even those who have wronged me in the past.
Is it dangerous magic?
Of course, I just burned his leg off. is very dangerous and has gotten only more
Your
dangerous since
sword
its
is
acquisition.
dangerous too.
My sword is a plaything, according to her. Not once have I felt its influence over me, other than
You
the.
wouldn't give it away.
I can't do that, but in the midst of
Why
battle,
can't you?
I couldn't tell you. But you can't have it.
See, this is concerning. You have a sword you won't let go. That kind
It's a
of
good sword.
directs you. It seems like it's directing you.
The sword?
A dark god is directing you. How can we trust that you won't turn on us in battle?
If you can trust that my intentions are good, and that if I
Your
do,
intentions are good, but you still harm.
if
Are you lying?
that my intentions are good,
Are you lying about any of this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Fallen doesn't think so.
Okay.
And we can see that, right? He looks like you look panicked, right?
Yeah, like he's like stressed out.
Make an
He's
insight check.
yeah. I don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna roll inside.
That's true. Insight, peace,
Do I?
You're not trying to deceive. This is
No.
just
No,
So-
this is an 11. I do not know.
11 plus.
11 is overall.
Oh, is the roll?
Yeah.
You clearly see that he is troubled, and it's not.
It's not. Ooh. When pant come down. Ooh.
You're missing so much.
Get in here.
Barbo's Fallen
Thrown into
dude,
a
Fallen just
spiral.
died.
I'm taking your chair. You don't deserve it.
Oh no! Yo, that's why you didn't want me to do it to you. You wanted to take it in front of him.
I'm taking it right in front of you.
Okay,
You know what's funny, Barbos? I offered it to him earlier. He waited until now to take it from me. He waited to take it right in front of you. How's your day been, Barb?
Orpheus has been T-posing in like a corner. He's just
That's
loaded in.
canonically what happened.
He started throwing up right
Oh,
as he
sick.
got
Thanks, bro.
All you've missed so far is we've just been chatting to Fallen.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
pretty
You
much
can catch on.
Is he evil yet?
Oh,
I saw his
that-
deity looming over him.
like a visage of it, like a gray shadowy figure.
Dee Dee was looming over him. He's gonna fire Jerry.
So have you decided to kill him yet?
We're about to be there.
We're getting there. Okay, what were we saying?
9 O's.
So you were explaining that I feel panicked.
Oh yeah.
He is clearly panicked right now. You can't necessarily tell if there is truth to what he says. Just that there is panic to it.
I want to trust you. I really do. But if you do this one more time, what are we to do?
It is not. She does not control my actions. What I do on my own. I attempted to heal his leg, and instead of infusing my ability to infuse with healing magic, it was infused with harmful magic. So that affection of the action is her, but the action itself is me. I have never swung my blade at any of you.
She doesn't control your actions now.
Exactly. We don't know. We don't know if this will change. Sparks is right.
You hear a voice, Valerie.
I'm schizo.
There is good in him. It merely needs to be brought out. He can be helped. I know this. Just not now. I sense it.
You have my word that I won't attempt to do healing magic on any one of you. As it might result in a lost limb, or I mean with...
Might result in a lawsuit.
Well, when... That's funny. When I attempted to do it on the tribe, the woman,
Yes.
I forget her name. Yes.
It scares me.
She, it
But-
hurt her more, and then now I've tried to do it on his leg, and it burned it off.
I do think we can trust you in some ways. But if something happens again, we can't. Especially if it's out of your control. We want to help you. I want to help you at least. I want to believe that you're not doing this on purpose, that you're trying, but it's twice now. You knew what happened last time, and you still did it this time.
I forgot.
Forgot.
I did.
That's concerning.
Well, it's not like it's ever happened before.
But
What?
how
It's
can
only.
we trust what you're saying?
I've only been traveling with you all for
We
what,
just-
a few weeks?
That makes us even more confused.
Well,
And before then, before I met you all, this wasn't an issue.
Well, I do believe we need him.
I think you should stop talking. You should come to a decision. Because it sounds to me like you're digging your own grave.
we can't leave him here.
And we need him. He is a strong force. He has helped us in so many battles. He took down the Orc King. We do need him going forward.
Svithog says,
I know what I said earlier, but it is true. You did help save my life.
He's helped save many lives. You just...
And has he saved more lives than he's taken?
I can't say. We don't know him that well.
He's a good man at heart. I think that. I don't understand the magic. But can't leave him here regardless.
If I were to continue traveling with you all, and you decide at the end of this, once we finish helping everyone, then I'll leave as the moment we're out, and I'll figure this out, and I'll return if you request it.
I think there's a way I could help you, but I'm not sure now.
Well,
I'm not sure now. I don't want to leave you when there's a possibility I can help you.
Well, we'll come along then and we'll see how this goes.
I appreciate you all giving me the opportunity to continue traveling with you all.
Yeah, okay. We should get moving.
there's a moment of recognition and silence between you all. Before,
Well, now that you've come to a deliberation, I suppose we should get down to business.
you see as Odin chimes in.
Sparks is right. After we deal with these Goliaths here, help them escape Huddlestone, we make for First Peak. The Caldwinians are in unfamiliar territory. They'll have had to make camp. We need to find that camp and then trace them through the snow. Of course, to do that, we'll need to know where they made camp in the first place. I think we'll have to investigate where they may be staying here in Huddlestone. Likely one of the guest houses. Question is, which one? And of course, we have the Goliaths to contend with. How are we going to help them escape? I don't know.
And you see as Spark says,
Well, there may be something. It's the first of the year, Odin. We're holding a celebration as we do on the first. Most people will be gathered in the central square. We're holding a little shindig. Food, ale, and such. Of course, there'll be guards there, and I have no clue whether the Caldwinians will be in attendance. But you could use that as a cover to help them escape. Of course, not everyone's going to be there, and guards will still be front. The Caldwinians have been decreed here on official business. You see, Huddlestone has trade relations with Caldwin, so they've come here with an official degree from their king. They're not untouchable, mind you, but the gods may look the other way. All depends, really, upon your actions. If you look guilty, they may think you're guilty. But of course, if you have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Goliaths, big fellows in tow, people are bound to take notice. So you may have to come up with some sort of plan. It's up to you, really. Do some sleuthing around the central square, figure out where the Caldwinians are stationed. It's up to you, really.
and you see as Odin says,
What about that bard? That gnome that you met at the Short and Stout? Said his name was Zillier Copperspark. Well, may want to talk to him, see what he has to say.
Who was that again?
What?
The gnome bard from
Not-
Elborough.
No,
Not
that's
Jared.
Yeah. But me and you, Wilhelm, I don't think it'd be safe for me to go walking about out there. I'll stay here with the Goliaths and Sparks. We've got stuff to hash out anyways. You might have to find a way to walk around safely though. Maybe a disguise. I don't know, that's not my forte. But we need to have this done by tonight and make for first peak come sun. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he says, Sparks goes, well then, you best discuss amongst yourselves. Come to some sort of plan. Of course, the guards saw your faces, and the Caldwellians too. Keep note that the people of Hubblestone know of Goliath, and they know that you're not all mad. In fact, most of you are pretty damn fine by my consideration. So, just be wary of those Caldwellians.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Of course, keep in mind that just like how your father owes me, so do you now too, young fellow.
Right.
He sort of walks up. He's just like,
When he says he owes him, I want to take a glance at Odin. What is his face like when he was reminded
he's
of
just
that?
like,
Alright. I guess I'll turn to you guys then.
See, Spathog says, I'm gonna stay here too. They caught me before, I'm not gonna let it happen again. You're a much finer warrior than me.
Well, we're all pretty good at sneaking around here.
You?
Clink, 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 clink.
You
only
and
been-
you?
Clink,
are-
clink, clink, clink.
I've only been caught with you guys. I don't think I'm the one
That's
holding
not
us
true at
down.
all. You were not.
Try to hide in this room right now.
so Wilhelm, one particular moment is coming to mind as you speak this, when you stood still as the zombie looked at you. And kind of while you're saying this, you're thinking, I'm stealthy.
They didn't see me.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was next to you.
So, I don't know if we should move.
No.
Bless you.
I don't know if we should move somewhat as a group and scope out the different entrances and exits. And
Do you need a disguise?
do I need a disguise?
I mean,
I'm well equipped with ways to disguise a person.
you could.
How could I
make
disguise
you
myself? I'm far taller than all of you
invisibility.
and stronger.
Well, that's 8. That's 8.
Let's not go that far.
I do. If we're looking to blend in, I have a disguise kit I keep on me. For obvious reasons, I don't use it.
Oh, that might be smart. We cover our faces.
For obvious reasons, I don't use it.
And yeah,
What?
Well, you guys could go ahead and
Wait a
cover
minute.
your faces.
What's wrong with your voice?
wait, it's all clicking now. No, I'm just kidding. You could disguise yourself as one of the small ones, right? Are they goblins? What are they're
Gnomes?
yeah, a gnome.
Like the bards?
Yes.
Are there other gnomes in this town? I thought it was just the bard.
No, there's plenty of gnomes.
Oh, okay.
Gnomes and
It's a
dwarves.
primarily gnome and dwarvish town with a small human minority who are mainly travelers, merchants, and potentially monster hunters here in the high mountains.
All right. That's no trouble. Hell, I could even ask our bard friend, see if he'd be willing to lend me his likeness.
That would be smart.
If he's
You should find him.
If I tell him himself, then I'm sure he'll stay hidden until I can get some information out of people.
That's a great plan. And
As for you could use a bit of a makeover.
I guess so. What do you
I
have
can't
in
keep
mind?
you invisible all forever. Well,
a tall lady, perhaps.
No.
Yes.
Way too masculine for that. My face would never
Women
work.
can't be masculine.
No. Well,
What about Ballerina?
well, there are.
never mind.
Are there aside? You know how Goliaths are bigger people. Have we seen
That
any?
woman was like 7 foot.
I
What?
was gonna say, have we seen any people who are of similar build to a Goliath, but not similar, like, you know,
You have.
looks?
Kessel, you've seen big humans.
Mhm.
Okay.
Humans in real life can be very big and tall with diverse body types. But of course, keep in mind that once again, this is a primarily dwarvish and gnomish town, so any big folks stand out quite a bit. But you do have a disguise kit, which can potentially be used in this situation.
All right. Think you're okay with me using you as my canvas?
Is for your safety.
I'll take most of like my things I'm carrying down, and I'll sit down. Just do it.
All right.
Make him a
You
pretty
I was
woman.
gonna say you and I can have some fun with this. Wait, Lulu, do you have any ideas? I say blonde hair. What do you think?
Yes.
Hair.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're giving him.
And for the next however long, how long would you say it would take to give him a full, make him look like a strong, brutish Aryan woman?
About 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. I'd say
Actually, about half an hour. It will
I'd-
take about 30 minutes to do this extensive change. But you do have to describe an element of what you're doing. This can be collaborative. You can all sort of contribute to this.
So I take out a wig of mine that I have. It's got a bob ponytail.
Is it blonde?
Yeah.
Think you said it? Okay.
Owen is sitting there just like...
All right. Like I just like a Tom shifting through his like bag of tricks. Just.
Make him like
there we are.
a tan, like a dark tan.
Oh, I see.
Kinda
All
like
right.
a
How is he gonna
dark
get a tan in the snow? Oh, that's fair.
There's tan
Travelers.
people.
You know what? I've got the perfect type of woman in mind.
Just fucking do it.
They're a very strong type of woman from the south. Bit freaky. I'm sure you're familiar.
Oh no! Don't do it.
Not one of those.
I'm sure
memories of those.
at the very least you could at least act the part. All right. Nice little wig. Get some wig glue on there. All right, and then I just start toning the face. Just completely,
Give him
just
like
like
lashes.
yeah, just lashes, eyes, and like she said, a tan because it's from the south. So just you can see, just I slowly make up. I give a base layer of just like pale skin, and then I overlay like tan lines where his arms are very faint, but just tan lines like this.
Keep in mind that this also involves clothing as well.
Yes, because I have props as well.
Give him a skirt.
I'm gonna give him winter clothing.
I mean, you can give him a skirt and winter clothing.
It won't be long enough.
What is wrong with you?
What the hell? Do you say that?
I do in a joking way, yeah. I'll look at you and I'll smile immediately after.
Owen's like,
There's
"Yeah,
something
right."
wrong with you.
Yeah,
Is it, like,
tailoring him out
like,
here. There ain't a skirt long enough to hide that. So we'll keep him in some nice modest winter clothing.
Thank you.
All right.
We're talking about penises.
So it's canon. He's got
I've
a
been
foot long
waiting
flopper.
80 sessions for this.
Oh my god, keep going. Just keep going. Come on.
Okay.
Penis nails.
Well, it's okay. Okay, chill. Yeah. Some nice
Outfit. Winter clothes, you said?
red lipstick. Now, how much winter clothing? I was gonna say, do we go like ice climbers level or just like?
I feel like would winter clothing ail him in any way?
No.
Are you doing anything to my face? Because Wilhelm,
Funny.
although there's not a lot of like reference I can think of, he has like chiseled.
What I
like
mean.
he looks like
the
a
thing
man.
is, in order to offset that, like, you know how there's women who like will highlight their cheekbones and then fade in the rest. I have to do the opposite so that their cheekbones don't seem so pronounced. So like I'm highlighting the parts that are indented in so the light reflects differently.
Okay.
He's giving
So
you.
I'm
red
basically
lipstick.
doing everything I can to just sculpt your face into just a woman-ish.
Okay.
The lashes.
All right.
the
Go
cat
ahead
eye.
and so there's technically no role involved with this. You are able to do this, but I am just going to go ahead and have you roll a let's say
Performance?
go ahead and just make a check and then add the bonus. We'll say add your sleight of hand and add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Can I give him
Sure.
guidance
Yes.
since I'm there? Okay, guidance.
So that's plus like 3 and
And then if you want to bardic yourself.
So, and Bardic myself? Yeah, I don't mind.
then keep in mind that those only recharge on short rest.
Yeah,
so you do
don't-
have to short rest to recharge.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first
Yeah,
I
do
rolled a
it
base
after.
11. Sleight of
Okay.
hand will give me 14, and my proficiency will bump me up to 17.
And then
And then
Plus, you
plus
said a
fours.
D4.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, there we go.
So it is a miraculous display as Zhao sort of just reaches out, just pulls out. He like pulls out like a nose, and he's like, and then he just sort of starts taking these delicate brushes. He adds foundation, does your lipstick. He sort of adds slight eyeshadow. He paints your nails, all very quickly, mind you. Adds a wig onto your head that he tailors with hair dye and hair glue. Into this sort of, as you said, blonde ponytail. And over the course of 30 minutes, you see Wilhelm transform from a brutish, large man to a beautiful, if not chiseled and bulky.
It's like a Swedish lady.
Imagine like I am Olga, like kind of that kind of.
I have come to bring milk.
Exactly. But you are pretty in your own way. And you are still large. You still have male parts, obviously. And your costume is sort of this just large, imagine like a big parka that you have on.
Okay.
And your skin is sort of light tan, mostly focused on covering up your identifiable tattoos and markings. And you see as Odin looks at you, he says,
In any other case, I would punish you for covering your markings.
He's transphobic.
But I understand in this situation. I will allow it. But as soon as you can take that get up off, do it.
He's beautiful.
Get up off
Let's,
of that.
I didn't say he wasn't beautiful.
It was.
But
I'd say my work scares your itself.
Yes, yes.
you see as Sparks is sort of like,
Are you single?
What does he say?
Now that is quite a lady.
Ooh,
I
back
will
up,
crush
back
you
up.
under my foot.
But what are
die.
you going to do about the voice? What if somebody asks you a question?
That's what I was about
You
to
should
say,
come up
friend.
with a false identity, a false history, a false voice, a false
Sparks?
motive.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you.
Turn it into a whole performance.
Oh no.
Chad's getting like really excited because he's got like a stack of papers in his hand.
Where'd you have those?
What is your name?
This
Lyra.
is
Lyra.
Lena.
Lena? Lena what?
You know that name.
Mrs. Lena.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful
Rosalie.
name for a beautiful woman.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know.
Well then, Lena, how about you give us a twirl? I need to see if I did everything right.
He just slugs you in the shoulder. And then he'll kind of like move around. He's not going to do a twirl, but he'll let you see.
He's just gonna like rotate like rotisserie chicken.
Odin, I mean, that's me. Willow. What of the voice?
A voice. You asked me to do a voice. Alright, I'll try. I can't. He's gonna reach in his bag. He's gonna out one of his bottles of ale that he took.
Hey, don't smear the makeup. Don't smear the makeup.
All right, I think it's better to let me do the talking.
That's
All right.
That sounded like an elf dying.
Hey!
It's the Lego guy.
Hang on, there might be minus.
Would you roll?
14, but...
Minus 10.
Oh, 15.
it is quite convincing, actually. It does
All
not,
right.
at the very least, it does not sound very feminine. It's kind of a bit raspy and gravelly, but it doesn't sound like Wilhelm. And
She
that's
doesn't sound.
Hmm.
She didn't look feminine.
Do you think it'd be easier to make him? Do you think it'd be easier to make him look old?
No.
That would have been something we did at the start.
Well, it's not that hard to add detail, but I'm thinking about would he be able to pull up around?
She's beautiful
Never mind.
as she is.
All right, I think he's just glaring right at you.
Did we hear anything outside? Like, can we hear?
This
Okay.
is a fairly insulated
Okay.
chamber.
It's so
You
nice.
guys were screaming earlier, and it was.
All right, well you're gonna have to get used to me calling you Lena.
It's so
'cause
nice having
That's
a
what we're gonna
woman
go
in
by
the
as we
party.
walk out.
Prefer you only do that when necessary.
Do you have inspiration?
Yes. Well, who do I give it to? You.
There you go.
My hand.
because I couldn't think of anyone else who doesn't always get it.
I remembered he didn't have it.
He got it last time.
Did you already? Do you already have it? I would have given it to you, but you always have it.
No, I don't have it.
No, I'm sorry.
Well,
I have it then.
We have me in
No,
disguise.
I already have it.
What?
Yeah.
He
it's
got
just-
it last time. I'm taking it.
Oh,
Thank
well then yeah,
you.
Jasper.
Well, I have my disguise. They know your faces too. What are we doing about that? Are we going? We need to.
Well, I'd say we
Town.
can. I pulled my bag up.
Do we have another 30 minutes?
I'd rather go with you.
That's fair.
Me?
Yes.
To be fair, how familiar do you think they are with the rest of our faces? I'm sure they were focused on you.
Do you think I'd have a helmet for my full suit of armor? Because I never wear it, but do you think I could have one?
Do
Just
you
on
think
my
they'll
bed?
recognize your armor? Is your armor recognizable?
Maybe we kind of. Well, I remember I teleported in, everyone fell asleep, and then two
I was gonna say,
dwarves chased us.
like
They probably didn't get a good look at any of us.
this guy
Keep
was.
in mind that the man who you did deflect the blow of, they all got a pretty good look at your face. They
This
saw
guy is was in the building. You were right next to us, right?
I was like near the entrance of the building next to you.
Yeah, but like how they couldn't be too familiar with us, even though I'm gonna disguise myself.
Yeah.
Like, they saw your faces not that long ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna just attempt it with the helmet.
Okay.
And
And then
not
you can
speak.
change. You can hide.
Yeah,
I
he
can
can
hide,
sneak
and I
around.
can temporarily change.
Yeah, there we go.
He changes into himself.
Yeah.
All right.
So how-
I'm
how
not
for
gonna
you?
say a word because he knows my voice as well. I spoke to him.
And Valerie, what of you? How are you disguising yourself?
I have nothing to disguise myself.
You have a cloak.
I can
that
put over my
carries-
hood. I
You
look
have a.
mysterious though.
Here, would you like a wig?
My sword.
It can
might-
help.
What does
with,
it look like?
It can help with the hood. It's just like the first one I pull out happens to be just a long red-headed wig.
A redhead.
He's laughing at you, looking like a
It's,
woman.
it's the first. It's the furthest thing I could see from. It's the furthest thing I could see from your hair. But if you'd like, you can pick. And you see like no less than like 30 wigs in this bag.
I'll take the red one.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a cloak on as well to cover the sword because I just realized my sword is very
Yeah.
very awful looking. So, yeah, hooded knight figure.
Okay. And Orpheus and Jem, what do you do?
All right. Well, we're gonna need to find our friend. If I may, real quick, and then I'm just sending to talk to our bard friend. I'm just gonna sit there for a sec. Hey, friend. We've made quite a name for ourselves. Can I perhaps borrow your likeness for a bit? Just for a moment.
Is that all you say?
Hide.
Yeah. Huh?
Hide.
Stay out of sight if you can. And then, yeah.
No.
All right. Cool.
There'd be two of us walking around, friend.
I said stay out of sight. Okay.
Why not? If you can disguise yourself, why not be a new person? And then you can't.
I can't be a new person.
What do you mean? I'm saying to you as a dungeon master, yes, you can.
Oh,
As a
never mind.
changeling, you can change and do anything you want.
Oh, well then
As
what
long
the
as-
fuck? Well then, yeah.
It's not like a copy. It's like a.
Yeah.
I'm going
No,
to
it
imagine
is-
a new one.
A new one.
I guess
Bigger
I've always seen it as you can't be something you've never seen because that's what it says something of that.
Also,
like,
the
but-
the amount of people we've
Yeah,
like
you've
walked
also
by.
seen-
No, I know. All right.
Right? Just like oh yeah, I'm gonna disguise myself as this random person we saw in East Haven.
Well, in my defense, I didn't know that the DM ruled that. Can I?
That's not my rule. That's the rule.
Ah, well. Can I undo that? Never mind.
I'll let you undo it.
Sorry. Well, whatever. Well, I've got my disguise right here, and then shower of sparks shrinks down. He's still wearing his clothes, and he's like, "All right, what do you think?" Just long ass beard, gnomish figure.
You gotta stop doing the sparks.
We know.
I thought they were pretty funny.
It looks horrific, but with glitter.
So you're a gnome.
I can't stop doing this. I just do my ritual.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like you should probably
Alright.
change your outfits as well.
Have they ever seen a changeling?
You're
They don't.
adorable.
We know you're lying.
I know, but they don't know that the shower of sparks isn't included.
You can assume you are melting into another form. I think we can kind of assume the
What
little...
if all changelings do that? What if all changelings do that? You don't know.
With the way it was described before, the little pss just looks like a pss, and then...
That's not what it looks like. It looks like
that is pretty much
It looks
what
like a big sparkler.
Okay.
Well, I thought they were entertaining, and I think you look beautiful.
All right, thank you.
Morpheus.
I look like
What is it? For me, I'm naturally stealthy, but also I have 2 more spell slots I can use on disguise self. So that's 2 hours I can be disguised.
Would you like to? Would you like to be just be disguised? I could disguise you.
Your luck with just sneaking around. I think you're stealthy.
Well, I could also just disguise you, like
Good
in a way
stealth
that
it.
What is it?
you can use your spell slots. I'm saying you can just for free. I could just spend 15 minutes and just disguise you a bit.
Do you think that would help?
It wouldn't hurt. If I can turn him into a woman, I can turn you into a slightly different man.
And I only have a wig on, so
I could just give you a wig.
yeah, put on a wig, look like a woman.
If you
I'd
like,
rather
you
not.
can disguise self, but that's got a time limit. Well, here, take the wig just to be safe. You don't have to put it on, but
Yeah.
in case your time limit runs out.
Put the wig on.
No, it's
I'll
fine.
put on like a. Well, I'm trying to think of what color wig. Looking at all your rainbow color.
I got RPG wigs here.
There's a limited number of
No, I know. It's about.
Yeah,
I said it's about like 20 or 30, just in the bag.
We'll say
Cause they. Okay. Well, because they like compress. But all right.
I'll get like a dark, dirty blonde wig.
That works.
Wig.
I actually don't have that color.
You don't have that color?
He only has pink.
I only have pink.
Everything.
only
Yeah,
has
'cause I only have
pink.
men's pink and women's everything else.
Men's pink and women's pink.
What is it? Actually, one more thing. And well, if you can help me a bit more, a bit of makeup to maybe cover up this scar.
All right. I just put it on the other side. No.
so that actually does have a DC, so you need to make a check with this.
Okay.
And this is just a straight roll, add your proficiency bonus.
21.
You succeed.
It's a shame
You were
covered
able
that.
to deftly, it takes about 10 minutes, but you were able to deftly cover up the sort of subtle green scars of small glowing light across, I believe it was this side of your face.
Yes,
Yeah.
left
I
side.
can get you a tattoo too if you think that'd help. All right. By the way, the gnome looks like
You just have
the
to
wizard that walks around the mall.
Helmet and a cloak.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Alright.
A gnome after my own heart. You look just like my pappy.
No.
Well,
All right.
get to it now. And when you've come up with a plan, come back. Knock 3 times, wait, and then 4 times.
Okay. Let's get going.
He sort of walks over, he takes this sort of. Well, actually, first he sort of
Crank that thing.
steps up on a stool,
Are we
So-
all going together?
tiny little
We'll
peephole.
probably split.
Yeah, I
She's
assume.
like, all right, it's clear.
All right. Well,
Go,
who you?
go, hurry.
Gotcha.
Before anyone notices.
Oh wait,
Alright.
what is it? Before we go, I just yeah, sort of to Petra, my owl. Hey, you'll be back soon. And then I temporarily put him away in the pocket dimension
All right.
because they saw it and they had an owl.
So, are we staying in pairs? Are we grouping up in any other ways, or are we all splitting
I
completely?
guess, yeah, before we leave,
I'm gonna go off on my own.
Sounds like a
yeah,
plan.
Valor and I will go together.
How would you
Real
say?
quick, what were we doing again? Like trying to do?
You should find the gnome you know.
Why? Oh, right. We're asking
Like
him.
what is the plan?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
We're figuring out
It's bossing
escape
say.
route.
Yeah.
Oh,
we have
so
the
escape
guards
route
are-
or also
Homashu.
looking for-
We're looking for an easy exit, and also figuring out like what kind of activities are going on later in the day.
they're also-
Where are they keeping everyone is the
Yeah.
big one.
And the camp.
And with the Colwidian shoulders.
Well, we're trying to get out of this area to find the camp.
I thought he had said that we could, because you said that there. Okay, Philly. she walked over and
He
just.
died.
You had mentioned that we need to find out where their camp is, and he had said that there are some, like, soldiers or whatever.
He spoke of the guest houses.
Yeah, the guest houses.
This is our town where guests stay in. He knows that the Coltwinians are likely staying there. He does not know which one they're staying in.
Okay, so probably question them in some way, or get information out of them somehow, or whatever.
Scope out the houses. We
Huh?
find the one they're staying in, and maybe
yeah.
there's something in there that can
Yeah,
help us.
like plants or
Our-
something. Yeah.
Our bard friend knew.
Which
they
one they were
were.
staying at?
Oh yeah, that's
okay,
right.
so
Talk to the bard guy. He knows where they're staying, and then find the house and maybe we'll sleep.
All right,
That's our plan.
let's go.
And
Also
look where the
finding-
guards are.
look where the guards are, finding an escape route.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for an escape route then, if I'm going on my own.
Okay. So,
We got 3 missions going.
first we'll tackle so you guys are going in 3 separate directions.
Yeah.
Who is going where?
I'm going towards the bard.
Okay. Where is that?
Oh, he gave us the name of the fucking inn. What was it?
You just say the inn.
The end.
The short stout?
That's
what
what
I
it was.
said.
Okay.
Short and stout.
So,
Look, man, there's a
you're
lot
going
of
there
names I gotta
alone,
remember.
potentially.
Would you like to join anybody?
I'll join you.
All right.
Okay.
So 2 of us are
2 of you are going hunting for the guest houses, presumably?
Well, he's getting the answer to. I guess we can find the houses, and then he would meet us there and know which one it is. We'll try to find that. We'll also just kind of keep a lookout on where the path we're going. If there's guards stationed.
Where are we meeting?
Well,
Senator,
If we're finding the guest houses, then they're gonna get their answer
I'd
and
say
then
it's-
go to the guest house.
It's a terrible idea for all 5 of us to be anywhere at the same time. So if we're going to be meeting, it'd be meeting
back more.
it'd be one of us meeting one of another group. No more than like 2 or 3 of us together at a time.
It's nighttime.
So let's say like, oh, we're going to be meeting here. It'd be 3 of us meeting here and relaying back to our respective groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't meet all at once because how many groups of 5 are in our shape and size, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd say me and you and him. Or no. You and her can all meet up here at some point.
I mean, I'm saying like when we're heading back, but we can just meet up in front of the alleyway.
Yeah, we'll just go back to the other room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just because we all know how to not get in.
That's fair.
And if one of us is in trouble, what is a signal?
Yeah.
Just a scream?
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the night goes. We'll meet back up.
signal. It'll be commotion.
Yeah.
So, Jout and Orpheus, you are heading to the short and stout to try and find Zillier, correct? Okay. Wilhelm and Valerie, I assume you sort of stagger your exits as both of you leave the alleyway. And you see a group of dwarves, young and old, who are heading in this direction. They're heading to the town square. And they're moving along. You see they're sort of grouped up together. A fine New Year's we're having. Let's go. And they sort of just all stumble towards the square together, and you follow them. And as you walk out, you see one of them looks at you. Look at her! Wow, what a big lady.
Where are we?
You're sort of right next to them, heading this direction.
So we're him and his friend, and then me and Valerie.
One of them slaps his ass.
He says that, and Wilhelm will slightly smile and kneel down to his level right in front of him and go, "Shut your fucking mouth." Back up.
Yes.
Let's
That's
go.
no way to talk
And
to a
then-
lady.
And then his best voice. Let's go.
Let's go.
He sort of turns. I thought I was going to get a smooch.
Can I turn around? I'm not going to do that. Never mind.
Roll an intimidation check.
You
I've
got
done
this
this in a while. I forgot my intimidation. Only proficient.
Oh no.
That's not great.
Right.
Can I math?
Must be a lesbian.
13.
13.
Do you want to guidance me?
D4.
15.
15. He's like, Well, boys, let's go. You can't piss in them pants. And they just sort of continue on.
What a woman.
Eventually, you first arrive in this central square, and you see that was once a fairly empty square is now bustling with lights and tents that have pitched up around. The door to the short and stout is wide open, and there are groups of dwarves and gnomes who are walking out with kegs of alcohol and just sort of like rolling them out and setting them up, attaching them to a large spigot and keg that people are coming to, and just walking around drinking. There's food around. It seems kind of like it's just sort of eat what you can and take what you will. Don't stuff yourselves. It's kind of like an honor system, but it seems like everybody around here is mostly, taking what they need, not what they want. But there are people sitting around these tables playing card games, talking amongst each other, and overall conversing. It is empty here, but imagine this place filled with crowds of gnomes and dwarves, all talking to each other. It's quite strange to look out upon such a large crowd of people and be so much taller than them, but every so once in a while you see a human or other large folk moving about amongst them and sort of entering into the revelry. Most of them cloaked with large winter clothing on, and most of them armed. You see that standing around at sort of each sort of staircase, there are guards, dwarvish guards who are lightly armored, mostly with winter clothing, just sort of keeping the lookout. Most of them look kind of tired, and they're just sort of. And you see as a little gnomish girl walks up to one of the guards, and she just holds up a little mug, and he's like. And then she just sort of walks off. You guys are here shortly after. You two follow closely behind, and you, Fallen, are staying far away from all this. You are staying on the outskirts of the town, looking for a possible route to get to the bridge, I assume?
Yeah. Or if there's like an off-beaten path to, like, that only a few people might know about to get up here that avoids the bridge.
Okay. I will have you, over the course of this night, since this time is going on, I'm going to have you just make one investigation check right now.
Investigation, flat 18.
18? Okay. Walking around the side, that's a pretty good roll. You are able to identify. It takes a while. So we'll say that is resolved later. This time is sort of spent with you figuring this place out, but you do eventually come upon that path.
I also, if I can, since I'm kind of just doing one thing, I want to also keep my eye out for, like, any more ruckus being caused, any big folk being assaulted, or
okay.
Just keep my eye out to prove to myself that I'm not all bad.
All right. And from what you know, from what Spark said, it does seem like all the Goliaths who were in Huddlestone were with him, but you are keeping your eye out just in case anything does happen. So, the two of you are here. The guest houses are located that way. The two of you are here. This is the short and stout. What are you guys doing? Are you heading out?
Yeah.
All right. Partaking very lightly in the revelry, you, Jout, and you, Orpheus, head into the short and stout. Meanwhile, you guys head in that direction towards the guest houses. We'll say that maybe you ask around a little bit to know where they are, but you do eventually find out where they are. As you, Orpheus, and you, Jout, walk into the short and stout through the open door, as you're entering in, you see a dwarf with a large keg on his head. He's just, move it! And he just sort of moves you aside and then just sort of, oi! I got another one, fellas! And they just sort of roll it out and just go, yeah, just cheering a little bit. You enter in and you see a large ruckus. There are a large fire pit in the middle that there are gnomes sitting around, seemingly telling tales to each other about their distant family members. There's chairs and tables off to the sides, and multiple gnomish and dwarvish barmaids and barmen who are walking around just sort of handling out. It's a lot like Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And there's one dwarvish barmaid who's doing that shit where they like stack them all, and she's just like, and she just lifts them all up, and everybody's like, good job, another round for everybody, yes! And they just sort of walk around and start setting them down for everybody. As you two enter in, you are a tiny little gnome, right? And you are yourself. Do you still have a cloak on?
Yeah. I have a cloak and a wig on.
You see one of the gnomes sort of turns to look at you. Oh, well, who are you, old codger? Never seen you around here.
I coming from south.
A long ways, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're welcome to join the party.
And he sort of,
And then just pounds it.
And he says, who's your tall friend there? A little mysterious, aren't you?
Ah, he's been traveling with me. Picked him up on the way here.
bodyguard.
Ah,
So what's...
his story's not so important, but he's very important to me.
Well, that's good to hear. I know you elvish folk can be a little stuck up sometimes.
Also,
Sorry, I'm being abrasive. I didn't mean anything ill by it. Just,
no,
you know,
no honking.
feel free to take part in the party. We're having a good time here, the first of the new year.
You can see that.
And you see, just as conversation is coming to a close, you hear, a sort of tune begin to play out, and you look out and you see that sitting on a chair there is Zillier, who's playing his lute around the table, and he is audibly improved since last time you met, and he's
Not
just sort of playing about, and there are multiple people sitting around him saying, "Oh, he's pretty good, yeah, he's pretty good." What are you all doing?
I give myself bardic inspiration real quick.
Oh my god.
You have to play to do that, so you sort of
Can I play it off like I'm like tooting my lute? Just
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. He says, sort of the gnome that introduced you is like,
A musician?
that's right.
well, maybe you want to talk to your fellow thespian up there.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks. I know you're a bit of a drinker.
I'll go find us a table.
All right. I just kind of hobble on over, and I don't actually. I walk like everyone else is, but I just kind of walk in my new stubby body, and I start picking up the tune that we played at the Songbird Inn, or the what lady Inn?
Songbird Inn.
Okay, that's Songbird Inn. I just start playing that nice and softly.
You see as he's playing, he's sort of, well, that's a familiar song.
Ah, yes. I played it for a friend all the way back in, what's the name of the town? I'm sorry, dude. There's so many.
Bellborough.
Bellborough. I played it with a friend all the way back in Bellborough.
Bellborough.
That's right. I give him a wink.
I see. Well, you're pretty good. Let's say we finish this song and then sit at the bar, have a conversation.
Sounds like a plan.
Maybe we can hash out some new songs together.
I'd like that.
The song continues. Go ahead and make a performance check.
18
Oh.
plus.
Okay.
Actually, how long does 10 minutes? I'll just use it. 22.
22.
Oh, wait, plus performance.
No, so that's adding your performance. 22
Two
without
cards, everybody. 22 plus 6, so
Yeah.
28.
What?
He outplayed
I
that.
think that's the highest roll we've ever had so far.
Is
think-
it? I think we've had other 28s.
I think
we had a
28.
28.
Because
we got really close to a
Did
30
we?
once, if I
Yeah.
remember this. I think it was Jared that rolled almost a 30.
No, not me.
Hmm.
I can't.
So,
None of your skills?
No.
it can only
I
be
think it was
you two.
him.
No, it can only be them two.
It might have been
I
you
think
that
it was you that got super close to 30.
Yeah,
maybe
it might have been a
We
stealth
didn't
check.
because
We didn't
you two
count it,
have
though.
expertise.
I remember you had like a 22 and you were like plus a billion.
Yeah, it was probably a stealth check or something.
possibly. So, you begin to weave this amazing, amazing tune. And slowly but surely, everybody in the bar is sort of like turning over to you. In fact, as this song is playing, more people are coming from outside and they're sort of coming in. They're saying, "Who's playing that? Who's playing that nice song?" And you
So
see,
much for staying low.
you see as Zillier is just sort of playing the song and he's just looking at you like, and he sort of like sits down. He lets you take the stage and he sort of kicks over a stool. He says, "Stand on it." You see as a group of dwarves actually get up to dance and they're sort of twirling around and there's a seat available for you.
Okay, I will go to that seat.
You sort of
Reserve the table.
you pull it over. You sit on the seat. As you sit down, it's kind of sticky from all the alcohol that's been on it. And you see as the table, you sit down, and as you do so, this is a round table. All the tables in here are round tables. As you do so, there's a group of dwarves at the table, seemingly that other half of this party that has gotten up, and they all are sort of drinking. And then you sit down. They look over at you. You see this sort of a very, very stout female dwarf with sort of a brownish hair, freckles, and a lot of scars across her face. She sort of...
Hello.
What are you sitting down at that table?
Just enjoying the festivities.
Enjoying the festivities. Last time I talked to an elf, he told me I was nothing but a little runt who deserved to be... Well, I'm not going to repeat it to you.
Sorry. I know some of my kind can be a bit harsh. I'm sorry.
A bit haughty, you don't think? And you see as one of them says, Belina, calm down. He's here, he's in Huddlestone. Just let them out sit, let them drink. She says, I'm suspicious of you, elven folk. Always got conniptions, something in your mind. Well, regardless. It is at that table. She says, don't mind it. Have a drink, fella. Enjoy the festivities.
Alright.
What are you doing in Huddlestone? Got any questions around this place?
Traveling around with with my bard friend over there.
The novice fellow?
Yeah.
Looks like he belongs right in this town. I'm surprised I haven't seen him before. Well, whatever. You're welcome in Huddlestone, in my book. She's met plenty of unsavory elves, but I met plenty of you who've been quite kind. So, just, well, yeah. Okay. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask.
Okay.
As the song sort of comes to a crescendo, there's a large, like, whoa, whoa, and sort of clapping going on. And he says, you don't mind if I take that song back to the Mithril Hall? Play it for my family?
Of course. Make sure you credit me though, but tell the world.
What's your name?
They don't know your name.
Would it be a bad idea to get off my real name?
No one's heard your real name.
What's your name, Thomas fellow?
Just let him know the name of Vict.
Vict. And you see as one of them says, one of them sort of perks up. You see actually a human sitting at the bar. He says, Vict. He sort of moves over.
Your last name is Vict. That doesn't make any sense. We're gnome. The Vict family. We're humans.
I married in.
Get fucked. What relation do you have to the Vict family?
My second cousin twice removed.
Make a deception check.
Maybe I should have kept that bardic inspiration. Okay. Do I use inspiration on this?
Please, I
Yes.
would say you do.
You have to ask if yes. Okay, so 8 plus 6.
Plus 6.
14.
So you see as this sort of lightly armored,
Every time you
leather-clad human. You
Didn't
see
say it was
that,
the first name.
It's a very handsome, dark-skinned male with long, curly hair and a beard that looks very unkempt, like he hasn't done it in a long time. He sort of walks over to you.
That was a good song.
Thank you.
Well, regardless of how you came to be in the Vict family, if what you're saying is true or false, you'd be wise to know that that name carries a lot of meaning to some folk.
Carries a lot of meaning to me. The one other person I know who shares it is a very, very, very nice individual.
And who would that be?
She lives in the mountains. She prefers to stay alone, so I think I'll keep her name to herself.
Wouldn't happen to be Mila Vict, would it?
It may or may not be.
You know Mila Vict.
Once more, there are people who prefer to stay alone. Why is it? What's it to you?
Well, you're lucky. Very few get to meet a living legend. Did you know Marcus Vict?
Can't say I have.
That name is familiar to you. It was the name that was
Oh,
engraved
the
on
statue, right? Yeah.
Well, that's a shame. Well, if you ever see Mila, tell her I said hi.
You got it. What's your name, friend? Tell her I said hi. Who the fuck is I?
I know it's been like 20 years. I'm so glad to see all this money. This guy said
By the
hi.
way,
This guy said hi, by the way?
By the way, I said hi.
Yeah, his name, he called himself Hi. I don't know who that is.
Oh,
The guy in the snow.
I know I.
There's a guy in the snow. It's like, you didn't give him my name, did you?
Sorry.
Dip is my stalker.
It's the deity.
He says,
Tell her Zerth said hi.
Zerth. Emperor Zerth.
But Buzz Lightyear knows.
I was about to say it. I just said Emperor Zerth.
Twinking. I has a question.
I has cheeseburger.
I'm not gonna cast it yet unless when we circle around back to me it requires it. But I wanted to ask you something about Find Steed.
okay,
As I've prepared the spell,
alright.
I wanted to ask you. It says the steed takes on a form you choose: a horse, a pony, a camel, elk, or mastiff. Your GM might allow you to have other animals summoned. I wanted to know what other animals might be allowed to be summoned, or if it's like I ask and you deny it or approve it. Okay. Now, second question: could I summon something with a fly speed?
No.
No.
Now,
No, there's a spell. There's a spell that's basically the better version where you can have.
Oh,
flies.
okay. I didn't realize it was another spell. I
Yeah.
thought this was the highest it went.
No, but if you want, you could flavor it like I ride a griffin. It can't fly, but I ride a griffin.
I can summon you something that looks like a griffin that can fly.
That's so funny.
But it won't be a griffin. It'll be something that just headbutts things.
so he says, pulls out sort of a gold piece. Says,
Drink on me. To the Vix.
To the Vix. And I just keep on playing.
you see Azillier, as this gentleman begins to leave, Azillier says, let's go sit down, come on.
Alright.
Sort of pulls up a stool, sits down on this very sticky bar top.
So is it just me and him, or is it me, him, and her?
There are people all around you.
Well, as in, like, in
Sort of
terms of,
thing.
like, the huddle up, is he
the
here?
table, like,
Is
is
he
a
here?
separate table.
Okay,
He doesn't know who
Alright.
that guy is.
gotcha.
Speaking of which, if there's anything you'd like to do.
What is it? Yeah, just sort of. At this point, I've probably already got to grab the drink and everything. You know, hang out with them. Yeah, I'll ask the. Are they like all? I forgot. Are they like all gnomes or gnomes and dwarves or?
This table isn't a dwarf table.
This is a dwarf
See,
table.
there's sort of two of them to the side who are playing a game of cards. He's like, I gotcha! And he's like, fuck you! And he just sort of like punches him in the face. Like, you bitch! And he just sort of
I love
starts
this table.
hustling in the corner, and then you see a gnome come up. Oi, oi, break it up! Break it up! Not in here, not in here! Take it outside where more people can see. And they go,
Orpheus is just like,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of Blade's parchment ruffle?
so, what do you do?
Yeah, just sort of as I'm drinking, I sort of ask the table. Me and my friend were planning on staying here part of the night. You know where there could be any guest houses in?
You see as the sort of kindly the kindly dwarf speaks up, sort of taking his beard, he's just sort of scratching a bit. He's like, oh yeah, you want to stay anywhere. You want to stay at the guest houses.
What would those?
They're to the east of the town. Ask around, you'll find them just fine.
Oh.
They're not hidden. Of course, one of the whole guest houses is taken up by those bloody Colwinian soldiers who are in town right now. You know, so, but they've got 5 of them, and they're rarely ever all occupied. Of course, shared living, nothing special, but it's a place to stay. We get plenty of travelers in Huddlestone, so gotta have a place for them. You'll have to cook your own food though. If that's okay. But yeah, go to the guest houses. Surely you'll find them.
What is it? What is it? If you all want, I wouldn't mind joining in, playing a bit of cards.
Oh shit.
Nevin, side note, Cilly and Max were cuddling upstairs.
Aww.
Adorable.
In front of the bathroom door.
You should use your sleight of hand and start cheating.
Sleight of hand and just cheat.
Are you going to
I
play
don't
poker?
Poker.
Poker face, poker face.
Drunk falling already.
I use lay on hands to the poker deck.
We'll play one round.
Okay.
This is a situation where we will.
Dice roll?
I'm just sort of making this up, but
I can teach you to play poker.
no.
Mr. Green can come on back.
We'll roll 3d20s, and whoever sort of has the highest at the end is the winner.
Okay.
It's just no adding it to anything, but of course, you might cheat. So, go ahead and roll.
Who's in that 20?
My. Oh wait. You roll.
Here's what I'll say.
I was about to say because I just rolled all 3 of them.
Oh, I guess I'll roll all 3. What'd you get?
2 11s and a 4. I was about to say, if this is a dice set, a dice game, I had proficiency in dice sets as well.
Fucking course you do. So I get to roll an extra d20.
Okay. Well, you win.
You win?
Yeah, you win.
What did he roll? 1 and a 2.
10.
10.
Total?
Yeah.
Fuck. You rolled more than 10 on one of those dice.
Well, we'll say, like, what was the pie? How much gold were you putting up?
It's just like a fun little game. You're not a lot of gold, nothing to break
Much.
the.
Like 5 silver.
Like I was about to say, like maybe like 4 silver and like 2 gold.
Damn. It's a lot.
It's not that.
High roller, and he sort of puts it up as well. Of course, you end up winning, so you come back with. He put in the same amount, so that's 4 silver to you and then 2 gold to you.
He's so
I'll have to come up. Great, now I gotta DM some card games.
Well, I mean, we can always play, what's it called? Knuckle
I
Bones.
don't give a fuck.
This is true, it takes a little too long.
I
It
hate
does.
that
Yeah.
game.
We're not gonna play knuckle dice in the middle of
We
this.
need to find a shorter game.
I like
I'll come up with something they're playing.
Yeah.
So I'll have some prepared next time you guys want to play dice games. Alright, so. Well, good job, mate. You're on me blind.
You rolled him blind.
If there's anything else you'd like to do, go back to your combo.
Yeah, just go back and drinking, enjoying the time.
Alright. Well.
He's sort of leaning into the bar.
Oh, wait. This is Arnold Zillier. Oh, did you hear about the commotion in the square? Sorry. I'm trying to remember. What voice was I doing? Did you hear the voice? Did you hear about the commotion in the square?
Is that you, John?
In a way, in a manner of speaking.
Okay. Well, whatever magic you've got going on, it's quite impressive. Really thorough.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I came here to try and do right by the Goliaths, you see. The Colwinians are here on an official decree from their king, but that doesn't mean that the people of Huddlestone are on their side. But of course, it gets a little complicated. I think that with me and you combined, well, I mean, before I speak, you're the one who wanted to have an audience, so what's going on?
More to touch base with you. Gotta keep that fucking. More to touch base with you. It's to.
It's a good voice.
Sorry. So we can keep our. Just so we can find our bearings. This sort of blindsided us.
That tells me nothing.
I came here mostly to get information. Look, I'll let you lead. What were you going to
Ask
say
away.
first?
You're here for information. I have to know the questions. They're being asked.
Well, all right. For starters, you said there being, you said there are guest houses in town, yes?
Yes, 5 of them. Here for travelers, people moving to the north. From what I hear, the Colwinians are occupying one of them. I'm not sure which one it is, but they've got it booked full. You'll have to find that one if you want to talk to them or whatever you have in store. But as I said, they're here on official decree. Any outward act of violence against them, you might not have the guards on your side. But what I'm saying is, well, the people of Huddlestone, they know the Goliaths, but they don't know why the Colwinians are here. They've got no clue. And of course, you all stopped that execution before it could go through. So, well, in a way, if you had let that Goliath die, people would have been disgusted, and the Colwinians might have been ousted.
but you stopped them before they could pull the trigger. So,
That's true.
regardless, the people don't know why the Colwinians are here. But if we could put on some kind of performance, tell them what the Colwinians are here to do, we could get them ousted, banished from this place.
Well, how much weight does your word carry in this town?
Nothing. But of course, a performance of our kind, us working together, well, we could rally the people.
That's true.
Of course, any other plans you have, you might want to go through with them first, because if we...
Once we do that, if we succeed or fail, there's no going back.
This is true. If we make a move against them like that, who knows what they're going to do? I don't know what the guards are liable to do. I'm not sure. I'm just saying it's an option.
Maybe best to spread influence first before doing the performance.
In what way?
Well, if we can bring it up casually in conversation, I'm sure the Caldwellians are the talk of the town right now.
People are afoot. They're talking about it for sure. At least from what I've heard. Questioning why they're here, that's the main reason.
If we can answer those questions here and there, answering even a few people's questions, it'll spread like wildfire throughout the town.
You're right. A little less flair than I was expecting, but it might work. It'll take more time, though.
The flare can happen afterward. It'll certainly kindle for our later fire. We just need to perform after we've gotten a nice starter.
You see what you're saying?
Yes, if we perform with no audience on our side, it can possibly go much more awry.
So the seeds of dissent. I see.
Absolutely. I'm no stranger to deception, as you can see.
Well, we're not lying, are we?
Nope.
It's the truth. I know why
sorry,
they're called Winians are
I
here.
take that back. No stranger to persuasion. Sorry.
I know why they're called Winians are here. I think you do too.
Of course.
We just need to let the people know. Well, it might take some time. If you have any other matters to attend to, I suggest getting to it. But I'll start right away.
We can start with this in if you'd like. I can get right to my matters right after if you'd like to maybe try to persuade this crowd here.
We can't be too blatant about it at first.
That's true. All right, well, we'll be careful. Oh, and I'm not sure if you noticed, I walked in with a certain +1 tall fella in the corner.
And?
You've met him before.
He sort of looks over. You see this. You see Azilier as you're sort of looking to the side. He's looking over. I think the elven fellow, Orpheus, right?
That's right.
Wilhelm, Valerie, the rest of them, they're all here too, I remember.
Yep, Wilhelm's looking as beautiful as ever. Just keep a lookout for a bit of a more brutish woman out there.
Okay.
Yeah, we caused a bit of a scene, so we've got to lay low.
I see. I know all about it. I was outside the tavern when it happened.
Of course. Just know that none of us are wearing our proper faces, so understand.
You're doing good to keep your heads low.
Aw.
Well then,
Valerie,
let's get to it.
Alright.
Well,
We'll look them
smell
up.
like
And
that.
would you happen to know which guest house they're in, or just one of them? That's alright.
They're in the guest house. I'm not sure which one.
I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to find them.
I'm not sure. Speaking of guest houses, Wilhelm and Valerie.
I wonder what Wilhelm and Valerie are up to, though.
Oh wait, shut your eyes.
Pull out the Men in Black thing.
Mister!
Hey, go ahead and look right here.
Who am I? Ooh, too far.
Who's the guy on To Catch a Predator?
Chris Hansen.
What if instead of saying, why don't you go ahead and take a seat right there, he's like, go ahead and keep your eyes right here, and then he flashes them with it.
I thought you said Chris Handsome.
You see, I call you Chris
Open your
Hansen.
eyes. So, Fallen, as you are scouting about,
During that one.
I'm going to give you an opportunity here to enter back into the action here. So, as you ask around, a sort of sly little gnome points you in the direction of the guest house, just that way, east. You eventually navigate your way through the thin alleyways, and this is a very varied elevation town. So there's many staircases and sort of stairwells that lead into different parts. You walk up a staircase into a small little courtyard, and you see a sign hanging and sort of lightly blowing in the wind that says Huddlestone Guest Houses. And you see it leads into a doorway, into a large stone house built into the side of the rock here. And looking forward, you see in front of you 5 large, you only see one of them here, you see 5 large sort of thin, sort of horizontally based buildings that are lined up next to each other, sort of down this street. And you see there are 5 different large doors that lead into them, and they're all sort of attached. And you also see Fallen. At this point, you've made your way around. You see that you are now sort of circling fully around the side of the town. You actually see Wilhelm and Valerie walking up these steps near these guest homes.
Did I find anything other than...
You did.
I did?
Walking around, you found a secluded alleyway that leads around the town close to the entrance of the bridge. It's not completely secure. There are homes within it, but during this time of festivities, there are very, very few people, practically none, maneuvering through that distant alleyway on that other side of the town that could be used to get the Goliaths out on the sly.
Okay. I have an idea. I'm going to relay it to you, and you can, as a player. I want to use Find Steed to summon a steed and send it through there with a cart of them, as far as it can go, as fast as it can go, out of the town. Because one of them can't walk, and I don't want to just send 3 of them to carry it. So I want to use Find Steed to take it as far as they'll go.
What are the specifications of Find Steed? Does it have to be within your range? Do you have to be...
Let me pull it back up, because I was reading it earlier. I'm going to just read it verbatim.
Okay.
You summon a spirit, assumes the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed, creating a long-lasting bond with it. Appearing in an unoccupied space within a range, takes the form of whatever.
What's the range?
30 feet. But that's where it's summoned.
I know.
It is Celestial, Fey, or Fiend of my choice instead of its normal type. Additionally, your steed is an intelligence of 5. If your steed has an intelligence of 5 or less, it becomes a 6. I don't really know what that means.
It means it can't be too dumb.
Yeah, if it's super dumb naturally,
but
then
it's being summoned. That's
if
my.
It's being summoned,
it means the creature you summon.
If the native creature has like intelligence of 4, just get boosted up to 6.
It also can understand the language of one language of my choice that I speak.
Spanish.
Okay.
Fallen fucking speaking perfect Spanish. Your steed serves you as a mount both in combat and out. You have an instinctive bond which allows you to fight as a seamless unit. While mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you also target your steed. When the steed drops its 0 hit points, it disappears, leaving behind no physical form. You can also dismiss the steed at any time as an action, causing it to disappear in any case. In either case, casting the spell again summons the same steed, restored it to its hit point maximum. And then it says, while your steed is within 1 mile, you can communicate with it telepathically. It doesn't say anything about range within me.
I see.
Okay, so it can just...
So keep in mind that when the spell lists the steeds that you can summon, that's literally the stat block.
That makes more sense now. I thought that was just the form of it, and the spectral steed had its own.
So that's why it lists restrictions.
Okay.
So you can summon literally the creatures with the stat blocks that it sets.
Okay, I was thinking like a warhorse, and like all around this town there have been like these carriages, and I was hoping to like maybe like attach one to it with a saddle and like just send the 3 of them out of the town.
Okay, I will tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to thwart your plan.
No, that's why I wanted to communicate with it.
Good job. This town is highly elevated. There's multiple changes in elevation. There are steps and stairs that lead down and up multiple parts.
I got you.
And the alleyway that is secluded literally has like 3 different stairs that lead up and then like down out of it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
A cart might have a more difficult time though.
Yeah. Do it anyway. It just cuts the horse soaring off the side of a mountain.
But if you want to go through that plan, you can go through with that plan.
I'm gonna think it over.
When time comes to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna think it over.
That is an option.
Cool. Yeah, I see them too, and
Don't you have a spell that makes things Levitate?
That's actually that might work.
You'd be carrying them like a balloon, just like across the
Keep in
thing.
mind that this creature has a walking speed,
Yeah.
which means that if you do levitate something that it's attached to, it'd just be like almost like it's zero gravity, or it'd be hanging.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well,
You'd
it
have to
can't drag
levitate
it?
both things.
You'd have to levitate both things.
I don't understand, but
The carriage and the horse.
Oh, by the horse.
Because if
Then
you
it's
only
a
levitate the carriage, then the
horse
horse is pulling it down. If you only levitate the horse is pulling the horse down.
What I mean is the horse would be pulling it like a balloon because
Yeah.
the way levitate works.
That,
is
yeah,
you push
the,
it
Yeah,
up.
the,
that's
the
what I
weight
said.
of the carriage wouldn't be enough, but I guess whatever. We'll get into this.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, I see them too, and you guys would see. You guys actually might not recognize one at first. unless
Seeing
you-
just a floating fucking carriage.
Do we know your armor?
Huh?
Do we know your armor?
You would know the base of it, but like a helmet and hood or cover.
You recognize him from when you saw him
Yeah.
adorn this disguise, so you know it's him. Walking through here, you see that there is a decent amount of foot traffic. There are other gnomes and dwarves who are maneuvering through here, and you do see that coming from this direction, there is a dwarven guard who is walking in this direction. So sort of, what are y'all doing? Do you see that there is the sort of guest house check-in right here, as well as the guest houses that go down further in that direction, 5 in total.
I see them, the guard, and I see the little guest house check-in, and I'm gonna kind of like motion for them to follow me as I go in to try to also avoid the guard.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but
We're
yeah,
going
we
in, yeah.
swiftly go in too.
All right. All 3 of you enter into the guest house. The guard is coming this way. You see as he's just sort of looking out. As you enter in, your form sort of catches eye and goes, "Oh," and then you enter inside.
Mm-hmm.
So, you enter into a dimly lit, warm building made of stone, and you see there is a countertop, as well as behind that countertop there are ledgers and scrolls and tiny little cupboards and shelves. And you see as you enter in the corner of the chamber, you just hear rolling, and as you do, you just see this large stool, and this fairly large dwarven woman sort of.
Travelers,
What do you
Said
mean
large-
large dwarf?
Yeah. Is she like?
Dwarven.
Oh, okay, so she's
She's fairly ample.
ample. She's chubby.
Wow.
She's a heavier set woman.
So is Jared.
travelers.
Yes, we were wondering about.
Looking to check in,
Yes.
but
Very.
don't waste my time.
No.
Hand over the gold. We'll get you into a room.
I was actually curious. Which rooms aren't available right now? I'm very picky.
Which rooms aren't available?
Yeah, which ones are being occupied currently?
Well, all those soldiers from the south, they're in the first house. And we've got a bunch of people, some traveling merchants occupying the 5th and 4th. That leaves 3 and 2.
The choices are between 3 and 2.
Yeah,
Either of you
keep in mind, the kitchens are shared between each building, so, you might be occupying in shared living space style.
I think we'll take 2 then.
Yeah, you'll take 2.
How much gold?
There's a couple other people in there with you, but
Do you mind if we
The house?
it's not a house, honey.
She means
We'll
Guest
take.
house.
just. We'll take it. Yes.
How much gold is it again?
For a night stay in the guest house, that's 3 of you.
Ooh, we also have 2 more.
No, I think we'll be fine.
What the fuck?
That'll be a single gold piece from you 3.
Total?
Like each or total?
No, a single gold piece
Yes,
from each
yes.
one of you.
Okay, our gentlemen. We'll deal with it.
Yeah, gentlemen, come deal with
Come
it.
on, gentlemen. Spit it out.
Of course. Apologies. I like. This is so funny. I like.
Wilhelm like does his little hand thing, just
No.
I throw the hood off, still have the helmet on, and I like start digging through like a coin purse. It's just. Sorry.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
It's not
Like
that.
Saito.
It's not that hard. You're not being
copper,
very
silver.
impressive.
I don't have full gold pieces. Will you take silver?
What?
You don't have any gold.
No, but I have enough silver. Is that okay?
Give me 30 silver pieces, we'll be square.
All right.
You
yeah.
see, as you're sort of handing her the money, she sort of takes a scroll off and she starts sort of inking it down. She says, "Nah, we've got 3 in guest house 2." And you see, sort of from the back, you hear like, "Fucking asshole!" See, sort of coming from the side of the vault.
Yeah, you 3 are quite strange folk.
Yes.
Feel free to use what you want in the kitchen, but if you make a mess of the place, there'll be hell to pay. I'll find ya. Alright, I know people. Don't fuck around with me. I take good care of this place.
How are your eyebrows doing that?
Why do you speak?
Why did?
Why do you?
Why are my eyebrows doing what?
This whole kid just like doing like the wave right there.
This whole kid, why am I
You see the sort of dwarven woman is like,
His
"Yeah,
eyebrows start doing
why do
push-ups.
your eyebrows do that?"
He's like, yeah.
The amount of like
You've got the room, so go ahead.
Yes,
I'd
you will
say
not destroy
yeah.
property. Thank you.
the amount of like Avatar: The Last Airbender scenes we can just make from our
Sort of
campaign.
Here's the key. I'm gonna get 1. Deal with it.
Okay, thank you. And she can leave.
And as you leave, she's like, "Thank you very much."
I'll be the last to leave and completely forgetting you'll go, thanks. And then door closed.
You see, she's like, so as you guys go to leave, you open the door, guard, standing right there.
Mm-hmm.
You open the door, he looks at you. "Stop."
Yes.
He's just looking at you guys.
Can I?
What
real
are your
quick,
names?
Can I say that before we left that I prestidigitated
Bowling?
perfume smell on him?
No.
No.
What are you really gonna do?
Well, actually, wouldn't it last an hour?
It's fine.
No, whatever. I was just gonna say for funny.
What are our names?
What are your names? What are you doing in Huddlestone?
My
I
name-
see strange folk. I like to make sure this town's alright. So I hang around the guest houses, make sure we don't have any, unsavory types.
My name is Annalie, and we're coming up north to just visit some friends we've made.
What friends?
Just some playful bards, performers, all those kind of things. We all meet at this waypoint. It's just easier. A lot in the north, many down south.
Many people stop in Huddlestone. It's a common trade stop for travelers.
Make a deception check.
I'm a big fuck. I like to say.
If I don't have any fucking deception, I'm gonna mold!
What did you roll for his check? You rolled like a 22, right?
No, I thought it was a 28.
No, like 20.
It was like 26, 28, something like
Yeah.
that.
It was a 28 for sure.
I was like,
Bro,
It was for sure 28. I remember it very.
oh right, because he said it was like sleight of hand or something.
I got a
Oh yeah, because it was a
50.
22 base, and then it was.
Yeah, and then I rolled my.
Oh, guidance
my-
myself?
I'm saying
Oh, I
silent.
had guidance too.
I'm gonna say silent unless he specifically looks at me and talks to
Well,
me.
he asked you for your name. Did you not give it?
Well, she spoke up first, and I assumed his attention directed. So
Yeah,
if he
that's-
returns back to me and says, "I asked you your name,"
And he's like,
I'll
what
then
about you?
respond.
He's sort of looking you up and down.
What?
Yes.
Well, that checks out. Have a good time at the festival.
Yes, we
He's
will
sort of-
see you later.
Turns around and just sort of starts walking off, and he's like,
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
I didn't catch either of your names.
Great companions. His name is Jack. And you?
Lina Lindholm.
Jack.
Yes.
Well,
Kind of like a, you know.
I'll see you around.
Jack off.
dude, just sort of turns around and walks.
Ooh, wait.
I think-
What do you say?
If he turns around, I immediately.
What?
Just go.
Getting a taste.
I
Wait.
think, dude,
Did he give you a look?
Yeah, he did.
dude, hold on. I just want to go back to how you introduced him as Jack, and in front of the guy, he looked at you and said, "Jack." What the fuck?
He was so infatuated with
Wilhelm's looks. What can we
Yeah,
say?
no, wait. Did he like
Did you-
just give Wilhelm like a nice?
Okay.
You're desired. Yes? Make you feel good.
I can come up with my own fake names.
Your name is Jack. Like
Jack is
jackass.
Jackass.
Yes, you do a lot wrong. Your name is Jack.
You could be Lena.
You see a sort of the dwarven lady is like,
Lena is a pretty.
Jasper, can you draw Wilhelm and the guard like this?
Wait, Jonathan.
you see as the dwarf guard sort of moves to leave, satisfied with the answers he's been given. You see as the dwarven woman at the counter says, "Shut the door, it's getting cold in here."
Yes, sorry. She's gonna shut the door.
So, walking here, this is guest house 1, this is guest house 2.
Are there windows that we
No.
could just? Okay.
There are no windows. It is a windowless building. There is a small alleyway that leads behind. You cannot see the true extent of. And there is the door to guest house 2.
Can we look at the alleyway?
No.
I-
Let's enter guest house 2 first.
I have an idea.
What?
What?
What if we knocked on guest house 1?
Why would
Hold
we
on.
do that?
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
We knocked on the door.
Yes.
They answered, and we got to peek in, and then we feign innocence as if it were. We assumed it was guest house 2.
We share a kitchen. Maybe they're in the kitchen already.
Well, that's fine.
There's like a
but
big number 1 on the door.
That's fine. We can pretend to be stupid.
Are we going to be idiots this entire trip?
You two can go into the kitchen if you'd like, but we need to see what's in that house.
Alright, he can do that. We can go
You
in the
have.
house.
Hey, I like just
You wanna
random
go in
people
the house?
walking past you, like this woman, and going, "Yeah."
No, they're like, wood.
Yeah, he can do his stupid plan.
His
We can go in
armor
the
is
house.
recognizable. No.
I did call it a stupid plan. He can do his, and we'll go in the
Yes,
house.
but if he's. We
So.
don't.
You guys can keep talking. It's about now, some time has passed.
If something.
I will once again give both of you an
Twist
opportunity
him,
to
go
enter
to
into
God.
this scenario
Wrong
if you'd
as
like.
before,
After some
and
time has
nothing
passed,
happened.
We could be
I will
bad.
ask you to make
We
a
never know if something's
general
gonna go
charisma check for
wrong.
me right now.
Let him do his stupid plan.
This is to see how well you can sort
If
of
you I'm not reserved.
sow these rumors around about what the
Oh.
cult
I'm
fine
are
with
doing.
Wait a minute. But what if? Excuse me. Anyway, what if?
I'll go ahead and say that you have advantage on this roll because of Zillier helping you.
What are you gonna
Gotcha. You said charisma check
Knock on the
though.
door.
Yes.
I've seen some.
Like I add my modifier.
Yeah.
Like plus.
You're gonna walk away.
Imagine going to somebody's
Can I
front
give
door.
myself my
and
last part against?
Like you're just inside.
like.
You open your
Okay.
front door and some guy's there, and he's just like looking around.
Well,
I know. It's just
Wait,
like,
I didn't-
imagine
you
You're
just
just
gonna
like- I
look,
will use two,
You're gonna
never
look through his
mind,
front door like,
Let's see.
and then walk away.
No, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I thought this was guest house 2. That's why I said.
Oh,
feign
motherfucker.
ignorance.
Yeah, I know.
Big
See,
number 1
you
on the
can
Sure.
use
Oh,
your,
pretend
see
to
the
be
rules first and then decide if you want to use your party.
You have advantage, by the way.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Oh.
That's what I was
I
saying.
feel like that might end up
Before
worse
you-
than what
Before you blow your.
Got it.
Or perform.
Use
All right,
your-
that's fair. Oh wait,
Wow.
you can. Okay, well,
Oh,
it's trendy one. I don't think I'm gonna use bardic. Never mind.
Okay. So you and Zillier take about half an hour to strategically sow these rumors of the Caldwinians' ill doings in this tavern.
Between the French Revolution.
And outside, yeah. So you go around, you start off actually at the dwarven table where you were at, and you see as sort of the lady's like, "That's why they're here?" And she's like, "That's why they're here?"
Unfortunate.
Goliaths are fine fellows. I've been in this town quite a while. They've never done me any wrong. We can't have that here. And just slowly over time, both you and Zillier begin to sow these rumors of what the Caldwinians are doing, and you've got people talking.
This is bullshit. This is an outrage.
You've got people talking. Most are still occupied with the festival, but you see, as you sort of perk up your ears, as people are like, "Hey, you know what those Caldwinians are doing? Came in last week? It's not good." And you just sort of hear as people begin to talk to each other.
Can I meet up back with Zillier real quick?
He's like, "We've done a fine job, mate.
You know it, right? I'd say we can prepare a performance pretty soon.
Yes. I'll start thinking of something."
I'll get our friends together at some point, but you just tell me let me know when you're ready. I'll meet you in the center.
Sounds good to me. Meet back here whenever you're ready.
Okay.
But make sure it's before the festival ends. We need to get this done tonight.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So, you and Orpheus heading to the guest house. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they're in number 7.
I was told there was
It's
only
about
five.
now as you
I
three are
think they're
here,
number 5.
sort of discussing this plan, that you two walk up. All right.
Oh. Hey guys.
How's it going?
We
And
bought a
then-
room.
I love that.
How are you doing, lovely?
Okay, no
Everything-
more.
Has anybody suspected anything yet? Or have you been
don't
slipping into
No,
persona?
everybody's just flirting with Wilhelm. I
Wow.
think we have
I can do a good job.
great disguise. Yes.
How's he been performing?
Great. Everybody is buying it. He's doing a good job.
Can I roll insight to see if you're just teeing him up?
Sure.
I don't think I am. I honestly think you're doing a good job.
Okay. Well. Well, if you obviously think he's doing a good job, then my 18 plus 1 doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm biased because I know that Wilhelm is having the worst time, and
I see.
everybody's still accommodating.
I gotcha. Well, I rolled a 19. She's.
I mean,
If she thinks that, then
even
she's
if
being
someone's
honest. Yeah,
rolling
okay, then.
insight, you can still tell the truth though. Like,
Yeah.
you don't
He
have
he thinks you're being honest.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
I
you
mean, yeah.
actually think he's doing. Oh, all right.
Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm saying.
I'd love to do a little performance with you one day, sir. But for now, we got other matters to attend
The
to.
We do.
soldiers are in guest house 1. We've
I told you.
rented, Okay. We've rented guest house 2. The kitchen is shared, so we might see them there. Fallon has a plan to knock on the front door.
Yeah, we've been spreading some news around the town about why the Caldens are here.
Oh, what have you said?
So the plan is, everyone here is quite fond of Goliaths. We've been telling everybody why the
Should we talk about this inside?
yes.
No, there are many people in there. It's a shared house.
No, the
No,
kitchen.
the
shared.
kitchen shared.
Yeah, but he said there are people in house too.
She said that. This is a
Oh.
guest house.
Okay.
It's like a hostel.
Then can we
renting a
like
bed.
stand in
You're
a
renting a bed.
corner or something?
I'm gonna walk
It's like a
back
hostel.
here into the
Yeah,
alleyway.
let's-
I'm going into the alleyway.
I'd say.
Let's
Oh yeah, that's
try.
right. We're kind of split.
I actually want to see if I can go further down and see if there's anything like down
Do
there.
that?
Yep. I
You
wanna
get
go.
raped.
I want to see where this leads because I know it's right next to their house.
You have dark vision, so you were able to see this darkness. As you walk around the side of the house, you see that the alleyway goes down into live stonework. Most of the buildings in this area are sort of built into the live stone. It curves around into a small sort of cave-like chamber before it curves all the way back. Shit. I'll just say that.
That's fine.
That's all right. Use your imaginations, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We'll say that it curves around the side, and as you turn around, you see that there is a small amount of light. Are you being stealthy?
Oh yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, next time tell me. I'm not going to keep asking.
Yep.
Roll a stealth check.
Wow, 10.
If you're wearing armor, don't you have this?
Fuck!
You are.
Okay, it's the same roll. Minus 1, 10.
10?
Yep.
T-shirt. He's wearing armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fair.
Okay.
No. You gotta be fair. You're right.
So, you walk around the side, you see that there is light coming from this dark back alley. And as you turn the corner, you begin to hear voices. You hear 2 voices. They are muffled, but they are coming from what you turn and see the corner around. You see a large break in the wall, covered by wooden planks that have been shoddily constructed and are sort of there to sort of keep this from falling any further. But it seems to lead inside to the chamber, but from where you're standing now, you cannot tell where. And the rest of you are still talking.
Alright. Well, pretty much we've been sowing the seeds of doubt in everyone. The Caldwinians are here. We know why they're here. Town folks don't. So we told them all. Sorry. We told them all. We told them all their true nature. And me and Zilria?
Zillion.
Zillier.
Goddamn.
Damn, man.
How do you spell that?
Dude, I can't even get my fucking roommates' names right. You expect me to get these fake gnomes' names right? Anyway.
He's your friend, though.
You're
should
my
know his
friend.
name.
You're my friend.
Is
I don't
he
know
a
your
guard?
name.
What is he?
Zillier?
Yeah.
Zillier's a
A
bard.
gnomish bard. You met him down there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Man, nobody remembers this fucking
I
guy.
thought you were talking about the guy that
No.
recognized him. Okay.
No.
That's
Zarth.
Zerth.
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 I said Zarth, but whatever.
Zerth.
Zerth. But yeah, Zillier. Me and him plan to set this revolution, so to speak, in full motion later tonight. But we're
Okay.
yeah. So before the festival is over, I plan to return back to the square and perform with him so we can let the whole town know for real what's been happening.
Good on you.
Like a play?
No, more of a concert. But everyone will know.
Are you going to feign killings?
Everyone will know. We'll be spreading the message.
Okay, through song? Maybe it doesn't matter.
You've seen how I can perform in a bar.
Yes. Okay.
Anywho, I'd say I need to hear what's going on with your as of reconnaissance.
We bought a room, and we found out that the guards are staying in the first house right here.
Very impressive.
There's a shared kitchen in there. We might run into them a few times.
How long until the festival ends?
It is nighttime now. You've got a couple more hours.
Other than that,
I'll say
Fallen
3 more hours until most people are going to be locking up.
Should we take?
Fallen found an alleyway we might be able to go through.
He went back there.
He went back there. He didn't say anything.
I'm not.
No, the other one from earlier. Did you tell us about that? I can't remember.
Oh no, I didn't.
Never mind.
I haven't.
Well, I'd say
Mine
we.
And mine went.
I'd say we all group up in the inn, take a rest, and prepare for the performance because things may go a little sour.
What do you plan on doing specifically for the performance?
We plan simply to spread the word. We plan to inspire revolt against the Colwidians.
And do you know where they are specifically? We don't know if they're in the house right now.
Well, whether or not they are, anybody who sees them out on the streets won't be too kind to them. As long as we have everybody's ears and eyes and minds on them, we've pretty much hindered them entirely.
You hear a door open. And you hear 2 footsteps. Oi, you hear that? Yeah, it sounds like someone's speaking around the corner here. And you hear 2 voices coming from this direction.
Do I hear those voices?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, do I hear those voices that I heard earlier move?
No.
No, so I still hear that. Okay.
Jet will try to.
You hear 2 people come around the corner.
Jet will try to think on his feet.
Yep, and that's why, and that's where I got a hold of this loot.
2
You
guards.
can't pick up every woman you see.
2 men clad in armor with the sort of green insignia of Caldwin, this rising horse, walk around the corner.
Ladies, I'm
An
quite famous for
instrument isn't going to impress every woman.
I'm quite
Especially
famous
this
for
one.
it.
Oi!
Oh,
You 4!
yes.
Would you mind keeping it down? We're trying to sleep on the other side of this bloody wall here.
Well,
It's a thick
yes.
wall.
Of course.
All right, understood.
Sorry, we'll get out of here. You look really angry. I mean, I guess that's not really good.
I'm so mad he's gonna cry.
His mascara is gonna start running.
You see as one of them sort of looks over. Oi. Big one looks a bit familiar, eh?
Hey, eyes off. I saw her first.
No, that's not what I meant.
What is wrong with men these days?
No, that's not.
Get your
Do
mind
you
out of
think
the
you
gutter,
sleep with
sir.
every big woman that comes out here?
Listen, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry.
There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with him.
I am so tired of
You
God.
are doing the same thing.
I am on your side, lady.
You are doing the same thing.
All right. We'll leave, but just please be quiet.
We'll leave too. Just
Yes.
don't look at my friends anymore.
No, that was not the intention.
Okay,
I'm
whatever
sure
you
it
say,
wasn't.
just keep your eyes off
Sort
of
of the
her.
other guys, we're leaving.
As best as Wilhelm can. He's gonna, like, as they're leaving, pervert.
There's just sort of a.
I am loving this.
Is that what you guys deal with all the time?
Used to. Now I'm old. Not really.
Well,
Yeah.
you look great
You look
for your age.
I'm sorry if I'm.
Everything's about
And I'd like to apologize. I'd never talk to a woman that way. Anywho, I'd say I'm changing my voice to a pirate's.
Anywho, yar
I'm her. I'd say it's time we go to the group house and take a rest.
Please.
Yes. Sure.
Did you get rooms for all of us?
It's the same room. We're in house 2.
I believe you only paid 30 gold, so
Yeah.
we can retcon
30
that.
silver.
We can retcon that.
I didn't think.
No, I was gonna say you guys pay. You're like, we don't need the other two. Why?
I don't think it's smart to sleep out here.
We're not gonna sleep. We're gonna sit down and rest for 30
I got
minutes.
sidetracked. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, why do we need a room? We're not staying here.
That's what. Like,
We're not gonna sleep here. We're resting for like 30 minutes. We need a place to just privacy, not like pseudo privacy.
Well, when do you want to do your plan? Because we only have 3 hours.
I was gonna just say we all take a short
There
rest.
are
and then
other
go back to
people
the center.
in that house too.
I was gonna say we'd take a short rest and go to the center. I also give inspiring leader following those 10 minutes so that we just have everything set before we knock something over.
But that's 40 minutes off of 3
40
hours.
minutes.
3 hours.
We have 3 hours, Jasper.
Can I?
But what I'm...
And he said 3 hours before people start heading away. I'd say 3 hours is like, yeah, we're good.
More like
Fallen, do you return right now?
I was actually gonna ask. I wanna pursue a little further.
He's gonna get us in trouble.
And
What the
It's
fuck
been
are
a
you
while.
doing?
It's been a fair minute since you guys have seen Fallen. You notice that he's been gone.
I want to see if I can. Obviously, Eli can see that's the kitchen. And I can assume
Fallen
that's
does not.
Fallen
does
does not.
know that's the
I want to push up as far as it would take for Fallen to go. Oh, this is the shared kitchen.
Okay, I'm gonna say that the armor you're wearing.
Yeah.
If you weren't wearing that armor, I would not have you make another stealth check.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But because you are, getting that
Getting
close poses the risk of being detected. So make another stealth check for me with disadvantage. The voices are still there, by the way.
The voices.
I have to roll so high.
You got this, brother. You got this, brother. You got this, brother.
15.
If you want to burn your inspiration, you can make that your only roll.
Just roll again, and then...
15's pretty good.
I mean,
Well,
if
it's
this
minus
is
one, so
We can get
Yeah, use your
inspiration.
inspiration to make it regular.
11...
Okay, so if I use my inspiration, I would just take the higher roll instead of the lower roll. Or no, it would be flat, so it would have been the first one.
That's what
Yeah.
we said.
Yeah, I'm
14.
gonna use my inspiration. I'm gonna take the 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure this out.
just click it.
Sounds like a rat's outside.
So, in order to see that, you have to get right here.
Cool. Yeah.
So-
do that. And do I see any further down the corridor?
Okay, it's just a square wall.
This is what you see.
Okay, awesome.
As you move further down the alley, you move very slowly, tiptoeing, and you eventually reach these sort of wooden boards, and you peek through, and the voices are clear now. You hear one of them says, "You're gonna burn it, mate." He says, "I'm not gonna burn it." He says, "No, you're burning it." He says, "I'm not fucking burning it! Look at it, it's fine, it's roasted! It's good!" And he says, "Mate, you're burning it." Shut the fuck up! And as he says this, you sort of step on a loose pebble and it under your foot. And they turn around and say, "What's the noise?"
Supposed to be the wind.
One of them turns around, he sees you.
Okay.
He says, "Oi! Who's out there?" And he sort of moves up. "What are you doing?" He's sort of grabbing the bar, he's just sort of looking out. "Are you moving?"
Get the fuck out of there.
Or play it off. Like, let me...
That's what I'm trying to think. Is like, do I run or play it off?
What are you doing?
Okay, act.
You have to make this now.
Act. Okay,
Act,
I'm
just
gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna like raise my hands in defensive motion. Yeah, you read my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb. I was looking for a cat.
You hear a door open. A familiar voice. The voice of the man who was swinging the sword.
Ooh.
"Boys, what's going on here? What's taking dinner so long?"
Leave.
And you see. So, what did you say again?
I said I'm looking for a cat.
Go ahead and make a deception check, and this is going to be very high AC.
Yeah, I know.
DC.
Deception. I
Yes.
have a +3.
Oh.
No, I failed. 12.
12? Well, you don't know that.
12 plus 3 or just
Yeah, you fail.
Yeah.
So, you say, "I'm looking for a cat."
Get out of
He
there.
says, "Looking for a cat, my bloody ass." "Oi, Captain, go around the side." He says, "Wait, that's a familiar voice."
I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna run.
You should dash action.
You hear sort of this guy, he's just sort of like moving these planks as you are running.
Yeah, I'm booking it.
Yep.
I'm gonna group up
Back with the guy, the gang. Be like, we need to move right now. And I run past you all.
Guys, the plan needs to happen now.
All right. Well, I guess we can just do it now at improvise.
Okay, we're gonna sprint towards.
Yeah, I'm going straight to city
center.
to.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna speed walk. We're not gonna.
I'm sprinting.
it.
If he's sprinting,
If he's
I'm
sprinting, I'm sprinting.
I'm speed walking.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just like briskly just. You know what?
So,
yeah. Fuck.
who is sprinting?
Fuck it. I'll sprint too.
Yeah.
There's if all. Why are all 5 of you guys
I'll
sprinting?
run.
It's,
I'm not
it's
sprinting,
super
but I'll run.
suspicious.
What's this way?
That's just another alleyway.
That's like the edge of the town that I came from, looking like doing the circle around.
Yeah, we need to go to the center of the village, so that
Yeah.
or whatever it is, so
It's up
that
to you
you
guys.
can do the
I'm
performance.
just. I will sprint until there's a branch to go.
As we're
a different
sprinting, I'm like,
direction.
have you ever considered not attracting attention to us?
So,
No.
as all of you are running,
it's a
as
bad
a-
idea.
do any of you have a speed that is higher than 30?
Me.
40?
I don't.
35.
35? So, Wilhelm, you're very fast. I'm going to say that you are able to make it out just because of how fast you are. The rest of you, not as quick. As you are nearing the stairs that lead downward to the center square, you hear a door open behind you. And do you turn around?
No.
Okay. And you said that you aren't even sprinting, right?
I was gonna say, if we're all fucking sprinting, I'm going to. Like,
Okay. As
Actually, no, I'm speed walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm just with the crowd. Just,
What is it? Them saying, with Fallen sprinting, saying we need to go now. Beforehand, if you would allow me to sort of on the way back when we were in the thing to cast.
If this is an action, that is a very short amount of time, so I will allow that.
Yeah, I was about to say if I could cast Long Strider, that increases my feet by.
I was
another 10.
gonna say I could turn you invisible,
Cast that on
so we didn't have to
Yeah,
run.
It's up to you if you want to do that. Fallen is coming up, going, and then running
If
away.
you guys are doing anything, tell me. If
Yeah.
this is about to be resolved, you have to tell me what you do or did.
For
So
what?
you cast that spell, and that gets you out of here.
Okay.
You are fast enough to sort of
All right,
quickly
let
dash
me
out.
use that. Real quick.
I'm playing it off like another streetwalker.
Okay,
Just,
okay. Which means that leaves Vaughn and Valerie. Are you guys just sprinting?
Yep.
Okay. As you are both running, you hear the doors open behind you, and you hear a voice say, "Stop! Stop!" And then you just hear 3 footsteps, or 3 pairs of footsteps, sort of behind you. And you, Joud, see as the door opens, you see 2 Caldwinian knights, and you see one that looks familiar. He has his helmet off. The other 2 are sort of quickly putting it on. You see I'm just going to describe him as sort of like a red-haired man, a ginger-haired, light frizzled beard, kind of an asymmetrical face, and very, very sort of piercing blue eyes. And he's just like, "Stop!" And he's just running. And sort of one of the guards one of the soldiers looks to you.
Wait, you're that pervert!
Make a performance check for me.
14 plus.
Is that 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
But you're that pervert that was. Are you chasing after those women?
And he's just sort of. Okay.
You should
So-
please chase him. Be like,
Somebody get the guards!
I start running after him.
Somebody get the guards!
You do this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say that you and you are out of this. So
Fair.
you are not being chased right now because you are just faster than
You
them.
are way out of this.
You are not being chased right now because you are faster than them, which means that eventually you will be able to make it back to the central square. They have also not seen you, so they don't know. They have now seen you in your disguise, and they've seen you in your disguise. So you are actively sprinting away from them, so of course they're thinking, that's them.
Yeah.
So they are sort of sprinting out at you. And what are you 2 doing?
I'm going
running
back to
still.
Central Square.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
running? Alright,
Central Square.
so
I finally have an excuse to run towards Central Square too. I'm
You
glad.
had an excuse before.
I know,
Go
but
ahead
this
and
plays it up says I'm not involved.
go ahead and make dexterity checks for me, both of you.
What checks?
Dexterity checks.
Dirty 20.
God damn it, that's my worst one.
What's your best one?
My best is
My dick.
charisma.
Can I give him guidance?
Sure.
Huh?
I'm giving you guidance.
13 minus 112 plus.
4. 1d4.
Please.
2. So what? What was
14.
14.
14?
Yep.
Okay.
And how many did I need to pass?
4.
So, you you watch as, here's what happens. I'm going to ask you, so here's what happens. You're yelling this, right? You see as you quickly sort of rush out the door, you kind of get in front of these two other guards, and you're like, ah, you perverts! They sort of stop for a moment, they're like, get out of the way! And then as you do so, you're like, guards, guards, guards! You see as sort of two dwarven guards in this direction sort of are sort of running in that direction. You two stop! Before that happens, the red-haired man, he's very fast, and he sort of is running after you two. Valerie, you are able to get quite a lead, but he's actually gaining on you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that he's like right about here. What I'm saying is that like he's gaining on you.
Yeah.
So
Is that like every
Valerie,
turn he'll get 5 feet closer, probably?
So you, Valerie, I'm just gonna say that you are able to get out of here with that check. There's enough of a crowd going on here to where you are able to sort of disappear into it. And as you watch these other two dwarven guards sort of come up, what are you saying specifically?
Just sex offender. No.
Registered sex offender on
They won't leave those poor girls alone. Those permits won't. Like
The two dwarfs sort of walk up, and they're like, no, you have to let us go. We're here on the Queen of the King. Let's go. And he says, no, not for this one, mate. And they just sort of sit him down. You're gonna have to explain this one. And they're like, ah, and you're just sort of like.
You sort of like as you walk by.
Yeah, they're running. Oh, this is the gift that I found recently.
Dude, a meddling little old man. Because you also, with the reference image I have in my head, you're like right here.
Hold up. Just you two.
So you're off the map now. You're slightly further into this. You're moving through this crowd of people, and he sort of says, "Stop now!" And he just sort of takes a heavy crossbow, shoots it at you. That is an 18. You rolled an 18.
Yeah, that does hit.
Plus 2.
Yeah, that one hits.
You take 10 points of piercing damage as it between a chink in your armor, and he's just.
What in your armor?
Holy shit!
Does
Did
Valerie
it really?
lose this?
Did it really?
Fallen stops dead in his tracks as it hits
Wait, can Valerie slow down? Am I still in range or no?
He said you're out of this.
To be fair,
he said.
The thing is,
Here's the thing.
I'm still in this.
Let's see.
You are either out of this or you are in this. And if you are in this, then he will know you're there. Because he saw you run.
I think you should get out of this.
I was already gonna try and start and net him, but now it's just like.
Here's the thing. I can like levitate him or something,
What's
or I
your
can
roll?
like.
Huh?
What's your roll? That one?
I rolled a 3,
Oh my god.
but I need to roll a 5 or higher.
Yeah, do you want me to be out of this?
Do what Valerie would do.
I think Valerie would want to help you out of this.
If you,
Okay.
She
I'm-
is a support, but I don't know.
Considering most recent events, take that into account when you make Valerie's decision.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to leave you alone. You're gonna hurt someone.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna. I'll say
What do you do?
she was lagging to make sure that he kept up. But
This is why cursed weapons are cursed, man. What do you
yeah.
do?
So she's gonna hear that he stopped, kind of, and she's gonna look.
Well, okay. I'll describe this. You are very quick, and you're rushing down. You're actually sort of crouching in this crowd, sort of leaning up against a wall, and just before you're about to turn a corner and to escape into a tiny little alley, you turn around to see where Fallen is, your ally, and you see the guard who is standing on the top of this staircase, actively running down, holding a crossbow. And Fallen is just, and then he just sort of. And you see as the people around him are just like, run! And just sort of moving around. And you watch as Fallen just turns around to face the guard, or the soldier, and he's just like, you! Holy fuck.
Okay, here's my idea. Do you think you can get him like away from this?
If
I can make an attempt at hideous laughtering him, and you can try to shove this
Hideous
guy.
laughtering him? You should hideous laughter him.
Either one, they're both after each other.
If you hideous laughter him, you're leaving him to die.
And if I hideous laughter him, I'm leaving him to die.
No,
No matter
we-
what, you don't see this.
Oh, what? I'm right behind everyone. I'm chasing after you guys.
That's what you're doing?
Isn't that what I've been doing?
I
It's
thought
like,
you
why?
was- get him!
Yeah, because they're all running after like
Okay. Well, here's the thing, because here's what
Don't
happens. The
hideous
guards,
laughter that
the
guy.
guards stopped the other two soldiers, and they said, "Hey, you need to stay here.
Oh, they
we need to
stopped
hash
me?
this out." Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
they need you to
I didn't-
help
yeah,
out
you-
what's going on here.
Oh, never mind.
Imagine if it was guards like.
Yeah, they're not just gonna stop these two guys and then just like be like, "Okay, you're free to go." Like they need you to tell them what's been going on. You call for the guards.
I wish I didn't
Yeah.
get rid of command.
You can leave if you want, but
You
they
might-
might let the other two guys go.
Yeah, you might have. It might be the best for those other two to be held down.
Thing is, I need to be there
I mean, we'll see how this goes. If you.
for the
It's up to you.
for
It's your-
performance. I need to be there, but
Oh, the performance. It's
Yeah.
right. I would guess just try to hash this
I mean,
out.
yeah, this is literally minutes. This is turn
Yeah,
action,
I'm just
so
gonna-
this
yeah,
is not gonna take long.
I'm just gonna.
This is happening within seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
how fast combat is in this game. These are resolved in seconds.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let them do their thing, but like whenever I get a chance to come around, I'm gonna if I could try to persuade the guards to be like, I got places to be. I was just trying to help those ladies.
One of the guards says, "No, you called for us. You need to stay here. We need to resolve this." And they sort of take the two men to the side. And keep in mind, this is happening very fast. So
A lot might happen in this span of 3.
I
roll a
couldn't
dexterity
persuade
check
him?
for me.
Yeah. 16.
16. You move first.
Even if you did hideous laughter one of them, he won't stop until one of them is incapacitated.
That's the problem. Is like I was saying, you take one of them, I take the other.
I'm not-
we need
I-
both of them incapacitated. Is what I was
He
trying
needs
to
to
say.
be the one incapacitated. We can stop him. We can't stop him.
How far away am I from him? Like, you'd say 15
We can stop
feet?
him.
You're 30 feet away from
We
him.
can't
30 feet?
stop him. He
Okay.
is literally the sword
I'd
now.
say you're like 15 feet away from him.
I'm gonna move right up to him, and I'm not gonna swing with my sword. I'm actually just gonna inflict wounds. I'm gonna run up to him.
Try to heal him.
I don't have any healing.
Oh.
I don't have any of my lay on hands because I used all of
I
it.
don't think he's injured.
I'm going to use both of my hands, and I'm gonna pretty much like I'm trying to shove them under his ribs, like grabbing. I know he's not wearing. Like I know he's not. There's not skin, but like in that area, and I'm gonna inflict wounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it and then roll it. Oh wait, no, don't roll with that. Well, that was a good roll, but
Oh my god.
that's a terrible roll.
That's a good thing.
Okay, so for the sake of this being resolved, I'm going to sort of move us back onto the board.
Yeah,
I'm
just to
going-
make things easier.
Yeah, just to make it easier. So I'm going to put him right here, and you are right here in front of him. Zhao, you are right here. There are the two dwarven guards who are positioned sort of, we'll say right here. We'll say sort of right here. And they've got the other guards, the soldiers, sort of lightly detained right here. Okay. So we're gonna say that
So is this not to scale, or are they actually?
This is
shot?
this is yeah.
And he's
I'm gonna allow us down. So
He is the strongest. I literally
These are-
can't restrain you.
these are your action is gonna be resolved, then his action, and then we will turn into initiative order. So you cast inflict wounds.
Yes, I did take that free advantage I'm given on.
That's only on
attacks.
your sword attacks.
Only on sword attacks? Damn it! I do miss them.
Yeah. Okay.
I miss. Yeah.
What'd you roll?
3 plus 6, 9.
Okay.
6'9".
there is a chance you hit. This is
Kill this man.
that's just a soldier.
Yeah, but he's like the big soldier.
Yeah, maybe.
He has less than a 9. I don't think wizards have less than a 9 AC. What's your AC?
Mine?
It's a little higher because you have dex.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a rogue. He's got great AC, I'm sure.
You have 13. You're not wearing any armor.
Mine's at 16.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an 18.
So
He'd literally have to be like a skeleton.
So he rushes up to you. As you move up to him, you're just like, he just dodges back out. And as he does so, he just takes out this sort of large blade and he just slashes at you. That is going to be a miss. First roll is a 13. Second attack,
Mm-hmm.
that is a 19 plus.
Yes.
19.
Oh,
You take 10 points of slashing damage. Cool. He sort of takes the first one out. You pull up your shield, and it just, and then he stabs into you. All right. Roll initiative. All of you roll initiative.
All of us?
Yes. Just in case.
Just in case. Okay.
Kidding!
Can't even be in this.
It's
and I
a
rolled
good
like
thing
a
you're out of
17.
combat.
Wow. Wow.
Like, are you serious?
If only.
What'd you roll?
I got a 17.
My first, I rolled a
I normally
9.
can't roll
and I was
above
like,
10.
what would I get?
This was
It was a 20. If only. If only.
This is bad.
This is great.
This is awesome.
I get to just watch. I don't have to worry until I'm involved.
I'm sure you'll get involved when you don't see us.
I don't know. I was booking it.
I guess that's true.
I wasn't there to know anything went wrong.
Can't
Yeah,
roll
but you're not
high
gonna
on
see us
initiative.
collect with you.
I guess, yeah, eventually he might.
You're
turn.
gonna
Can I-
see, like,
could I have used
Orpheus,
Hellish Rebuke
you're
on
not
him?
gonna see Valor,
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna. If it's okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
You're gonna use what?
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
One of the few things I can't roll high is initiative. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How long does that rage last? Until you get knocked out or they die?
Yeah, until one of us hits 0 hit points.
Fuck.
Oh my god. Okay, 25 to 20.
Kill this guy.
Okay. 10 to 15. Or 20 to 15, sorry.
17.
18.
18.
Jinxed.
And then that was 17, Wilhelm?
Yeah.
Evil.
15 to 10?
14.
I'm gonna blow him up. I'm gonna just blow him up.
I'm gonna blow him up.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
Never
gonna
stop.
10 to 5.
I just never shoot
Oh,
him.
9.
I have to shoot
9?
him.
Yeah.
If I know that he's not gonna stop, I gotta shoot him. And then if
Fallen,
I
what'd you roll?
he has to
I told you
wisdom.
18.
Oh, you said 8. You didn't tell me 18.
Yes,
I did.
He did.
Wait, that's why he said Jinx
He-
earlier.
Yeah, he did. It's just both of them said at the same time.
Oh, and you only heard me. That makes sense.
Okay. So, with that resolved, with these, so what happened to your Hellish Rebuke?
Oh, 7 damage, 7 fire damage.
And that's instant? It's not a saving throw?
Oh, it is. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Con save and
Throw.
half
That is
damage.
a.
Dex save and half damage.
It's a dex or con?
Dex. It is dex.
Dex.
Hold on.
That sounds a con.
No.
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
That is a 5. That misses. So
Yes,
you
he
take
takes 7 points of fire damage.
Hey, so when you match numbers with an enemy, it's a you roll dex, right?
Match numbers.
Gotcha.
You roll a shame that's it.
Huh?
You roll the
When you
the
share
same
initiative with an enemy,
Oh,
it's you roll
higher
for dex, right?
We always did that for everything. Like even when other players did it.
I'd say now would be a decent time for you and I to roll for dex because we're not exactly
Where is everyone?
Yeah, it's gonna
like
take a while.
of like minds right now. So it would kind of
Well,
help
we'll do
the
it
drama.
Do it right now.
If you want to.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
What's your? I mean, I have the lower dex, so either
I
way.
know.
Okay.
I really want to know what he does for
Roll
the
dex.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were talking
You
about
roll plus
stat.
dex. You roll plus dex.
Oh, okay, we can do that. That's complicated. What'd you roll?
It's I got an 8.
An 8. 12 minus 1, 11.
You go first.
Around a sentence.
You are first up.
minute,
I'm
it's 10
gonna
hours.
swing. Yeah, it's my sword.
That's true.
10 plus 6, 16.
Misses.
Misses. I'm gonna take the advantage.
Okay.
It misses anyway.
Oh,
And then the second attack, natural 20.
Oh no.
dude.
He's gonna murder him. He's about to murder this man in cold.
If you murder him, I might actually try to kill him.
So,
What's that one
Okay.
radiant damage he does?
So did you take that advantage on the second one as well?
no.
Okay.
Because that was the first roll, and so, but I will make a third attack with my bonus action, if you want me to roll that now. Great Weapon Master allows me to when I roll with a weapon. If I roll a critical.
Of course, you follow it.
6 plus 6, 12 does not hit. I'm gonna do it.
So you.
Advantage?
Go ahead.
Natural 20!
He's dead. He's dead.
Okay. So
roll one.
yeah, roll one. We'll go to
Two
the
nat
yeah.
20s.
Okay. So the longsword of vengeance. It's 2d8.
Jasper, you're right.
I'm gonna kill him.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah, 1.
Oh, 2 minimum damage. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5. I am going to smite.
Wow, you're gonna.
What did you roll for the first attack? 16?
Well, he has to.
The first attack was
He's
a
overtaken
16.
by the
Yeah.
sword. He has to kill him as fast as
So
possible.
yeah. So you
Yeah. Okay.
hit
So
one and then 2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
Hit them all.
This one is.
I hit them all?
He's gonna double this one.
you said the first one didn't hit.
Wait, 16 does not. Sorry. I'm
Okay.
being
Yeah.
dumb.
So I only hit 2 nat 20s.
You only hit 2. I'm sorry.
So the
I
first.
only hit 2 nat 20s.
I was just being stupid. I forgot.
So the first weapon attack is 5 slashing damage.
5 total?
Yes, because I rolled minimum damage. But I am. Is he Fey Fiend or undead? No. Okay, that's fine.
He's human.
Do what Fallen would do.
Yeah, I'm gonna smite.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 3d8 radiant
And
damage.
Divine Smite is a bonus action?
Divine Smite is
Special.
is just a special, yeah.
It's not bonus.
It's
for
not
now.
5.
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
I still want to do this for now.
And that means it's doubled.
Yes.
3d8 double.
So
Yeah.
68 for one
He
attack.
killed him.
That's a maximum of 48.
4, 2, 6, 4. So that's 10.
You're not. Where are you? You're supposed to roll 3d8.
Let him.
I'm
Okay.
I'm rolling double dice.
Oh, okay.
We double the.
We just
total.
doubled the 3 dice.
Oh, okay.
Double
So
dice, we double
that's-
the total.
if you
So
did
10
10 double to
So 10 double
20.
to 20. So 20 radiant. That is the first.
Trying to tell me to let him cook. And this is what, an NPC without a fucking figurine? He's dead. He's dead.
Don't use that. Never assume that. Sorry, not metagame.
No.
Sorry. Hold on, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. This never happens. Okay.
Oh, well, that's
So
what
that's the
never
one
happens.
first attack. It is 5 slashing, 20 radiant. The second natural 20. 2 doubled to 4 plus 3, 7 points of slashing, and then another 3 radiant.
Dude,
1,
you're rolling.
5, 5. So 11, 22 radiant. Plus 7 slashing, so 29 total. 29 total plus 25.
We're gonna be
so
stuck in this now for a while.
54 damage total.
54 damage total. So, you watch. And I'm gonna say that you see this, Valerie.
Wait, did he
you
say
do not.
54?
Yeah.
You do not. You do not. You do not. You do. You do. And you, of course. You watch as Fallen steps up these stairs. He sort of takes this blade, and you see. I'm going to say that you're the only person who sees this, Valerie. You're the only person who sees this specifically. You see as Fallen draws the blade, and it sort of becomes wreathed in black fire, and then you watch as sort of behind him this shadowy image appears of the same dark-clad figure, and it perfectly mirrors his motion as Fallen takes the sword and just slashes in an X pattern, just, and then you see as the man just sort of, it cuts through his shield, and it cuts through his shield, leaving just things of metal, and it this X pattern, blood all over you, and then you watch as he just, and he just sort of starts lighting on fire, and he's just, and he just erupts into this burst of flame as he just slams backward into a pile of ash. And you see as Fallen stands there, you take the sword and the sort of shadowy figure vanishes. And you see as he's dead, completely disintegrated. And you watch as the two guards who are currently, the two soldiers who are currently being grabbed by the two guards, all of them stop. They stop talking to you, and they just sort of, and they all go. And you see one of them goes, Captain! No!
So, did they see a pile of ash, or did they see him get slashed?
They saw Fallen
Okay.
completely destroy this guy.
Like he just.
Yes. And with I'm gonna say,
Pile.
you look fucking evil.
Oh, fuck
Absolutely, he looks fucking evil.
You left him as a pile
Yes.
of fucking
Yes.
ash.
And
I would like to think that because Fallen still has his helmet on, it's one of those helmets that just has the slit right through the eyes, like where that would be, and there's like a full mask covering it. The only thing that coming out of his mat, this is totally for flavor, would be a similar red, just speckled dot to what Fallen sees in the dreaming realm.
Both eyes?
Both eyes is just like that red light where his eyes would be.
okay, that's happening.
Okay, so
Are you gonna move? It's got 15 feet of movement.
You're like engulfed.
But as he dies, you feel that sort of energy sort of come out of you, and you are back to yourself.
I'm fully aware of everything that happened, though.
Yeah,
Like,
you are fully aware.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I don't clean the blade. I don't like I let it, because that's what the blade wants, is to drink blood. So I held it. I keep holding it drawn, kind of pointed towards the ground as I just walk my 15 feet towards the other two soldiers.
You see as you're walking this way.
Towards them.
towards them.
Yeah.
Whoa!
So
That is very Fallen.
you see as there's a group of people around here, gnomes and dwarves, who are just like, just sort of screaming and run, and they're just running the opposite direction. That's your turn. Up next, Jout. You see as, are you moving with the intention of violence?
I mean, they're gonna attack me.
Basically he's asking, is Fallen actually looking like he's about to start attacking?
Yeah. They're because they have drawn their weapons towards me. So Fallen is we're showing that same energy back.
Keep in mind, you are no longer under the affliction of the curse.
And also
Yeah,
these
this
guys
is
are
something
being-
Fallen is deciding to do.
Yeah, very wise. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Thank God we got that on this.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
Well,
He shot me.
Sorry.
Disintegrated him for shooting you.
Should have shot.
Wow.
You watch Fallen disintegrate a man and start walking towards your two friends.
I'd run.
Yeah, Jout just sees this and just,
You should convince the guards to go away. You don't want the guards to die. Not to call William up.
not,
The
he's just
dwarven.
like,
I don't think you're gonna convince them.
None of them are looking at you.
A psychopath
Yeah,
just
he's-
evaporated somebody. They're guards. They have to kill
I was
him.
gonna say, there's no way we're gonna be like, police, leave, he'll die. No shit, you guys' job is to
Show
stop.
something. Show that you can. You're a hero.
No, well, I'm a hero. I was gonna say, my plan, I'm just like, darting my head, I'm like, how do I fucking save this motherfucker? Ah! And I bring that box to life.
What the fuck?
That is the most job thing you could have done.
Literally.
Well, fucking like Demogorgon is coming at you and you're like, what am I gonna do? Chair! Random bullshit, go!
And I'm like, it's just gonna
believe you did
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, I think?
If you went up 5, you can go down 5.
Oh, hold up. It's here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it is up 5, 35. Okay.
That's 40 feet of movement.
Oh, wait, no, it only has 30. Okay. That plan's bupkis.
Okay.
I was hoping to, like,
Close.
trap him in the box.
Box isn't open.
I guess that's fair. I was hoping it could open itself, but... alright.
Hold out.
Well,
Hold out,
thank
deal.
you. I just wanted it to, like, nom him.
You have to tell me that, though. You have to tell
sorry,
me that
thank
that's your
you.
intention.
I'm sorry. Okay, well... I'm gonna leave it there, and can I have it prepare an action to just scoop him up the second he gets, like, within
You
range?
used your action to bring it to life. You cannot use your action to then have it prepare an action.
It hasn't used its action, is what I'm saying.
Can it? And it can take all of their actions?
Yeah, it can take all other actions, and if I don't command it to do an action, it just dodges inherently.
Okay. All that up.
Okay. So I'm just
What a
gonna
cool
have it
spell.
sitting there waiting, and if he gets in range, it just pack-bends him. Just like, essentially a grapple, but
That's terrifying.
for flavor, it just does that.
Alright, so
Like
So-
it's a Pokemon.
you see this sort of box subtly levitate across the ground, and then it sort of, and it moves, and then opens up, and as it does so, you see just a bunch of manure. Just bunch of manure. You didn't know it was
Does
in
it go in the
box.
guard?
No, it's sort of right here. Just a bunch of manure just sort of right outside. And then it just sort of opens
You
itself
turn
up.
around.
It's sort of sitting
That's not worth
there
it.
waiting to clamp down on anything.
What the hell is happening in this town? And then I just
You run.
So would these be considered allies since they're not after
No.
me? Or okay, gotcha.
They're
in the
now
way.
they're neutral creatures.
Okay, so they're still in the way. 5.
In fact, I would say that
and
I'd say that they are specifically like, stay back, stay back.
With pleasure.
I see. Can I hop from here and leverage onto the box? From the bench to the box?
I mean, he won't
Okay.
be able to
No,
consume
5,
him if
10,
you do, right?
15.
No, I'm
I'm
to move. To
Oh, I'm
get-
hopping past it.
Oh, okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He just steps away.
You sort of.
Ew, your shoes, your
Um,
winter boots.
You're also a small creature right now. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. That's true. So it's not up to my knees, it's up to my fucking waist. And just shit. Alright.
Kind of like this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
what else do you do? That's your action, and then commanding it. It's bonus action.
I could give Bardic Inspiration. I'll give Bardic Inspiration to... This is Colwidian, this one's Dwarven.
Yep.
Give it to this guy.
Okay.
And then I just I just trying to look panicked, just trying to get out of there. Just,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. You're just running.
Yeah.
Or looking like you're gonna run.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to book it out, but yeah.
So, as you're running in this direction, you see the door open. You see rushing out. There is a robed man, the priest that you saw accompanying the party before. You see as he exits, he just sort of looks around. You see that you disintegrated most of his body, but some of his armor still remains. So it is at least identifiable. His sort of weapon is still there.
Oh.
You see as he walks out, he just, by the gods. And then he turns, and of course, he's going to see you
Oh, yeah.
with the intent of evil, the sort of air of murder around you. He's just, you pay! He's going to move. One there. Ah,
Oh yeah, he's overkill. Fireball.
Kill spell.
I don't care how civilian they are. I use fireball.
All the
Just
shit
explode
going in
the house.
I
flames.
don't care who the IRS sends.
You explode the house, people are
I don't
standing.
care who Caldwin sends.
he's
I
going
am
to
using
cast,
fireball.
He's going to cast spiritual weapon.
Oh.
He's going to summon it right behind you. And he is going to, on the same attack, make a spell attack with it. That misses. That's his bonus action.
Awesome.
Alright. So you watch as he exits, he sort of takes out this book and he whispers a prayer. And as he does so, this large sort of hammer summons itself behind you. And you just sort of hold it back with your shield. That is his action. He is. Okay. He can't do any.
Yeah.
Alright.
Jamming.
He is going to take the dodge action.
Nice.
He's dodging right now. Dodge.
Nice.
Okay.
You should push him down.
That is his turn.
He's dodging.
Wilhelm, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that you are one turn away from where this is happening. So you're a fair bit away. But if you dashed, you could get here in one turn. You hear this. You hear distant just... And you see as a crowd of people, dwarves and gnomes, are rushing from the direction that you just ran. And they're just saying, run, run, murder in the streets, murder in the streets! And they're just sort of running.
Oh, immediately I hear murder in the streets. Wilhelm will kind of thinking are they behind me already? He hears that, it all clicks. Throw the wig off
Oh.
and just start barreling that way.
Still fully in makeup.
Really mad.
Just his bald head with tattoos.
There are multiple sort of people in your way, like small folk, and they just sort of, and you just,
Yeah, I will say he's before he starts running, he rips the clothes off, all the things that are abnormal. So he's just not wearing a shirt. He doesn't have his vest like normal, but he's just all the tattoos showing.
So he's Wilhelm with makeup.
Yeah.
And his arms.
This went to such an imaginable level of shit that I could have never anticipated.
I'll say too, it's a little smeared because it's not perfect, but as he's running, he'll like try to get the stuff off his
So,
face.
so Valerie, I'm gonna say you are right here.
That's Will.
Right here. That is Wilhelm. As you
Absolutely me.
That's Wilhelm.
Yeah, that's what you're saying you are.
Oh, I thought you were doing
Well,
that.
you did say Valerie. You said Valerie.
What I'm saying is, you didn't let me finish. Valerie, as you were sort of standing there, you're stunned by what you've seen. You just see Wilhelm running past you, just and he rushes up the stairs as he sort of draws the axe. And I'm going to say that is your turn. That is your action.
Yep.
You still do have a bonus action.
Just sitting there looking like
Bonus action, I am raging.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So I'll say here's what you see as you approach. From where you're standing on the stairs, I actually think I'm just going to say that from where you're standing on the stairs, you don't see what's happening yet. So you don't know what's going on just yet. That's your turn.
But he can guess what happened. So he's.
Can you?
I mean, not guess, but
you
do
see the-
you see the pile? He's making an assumption.
Yes.
He's getting really mad. Like
Yeah.
you see Wilhelm barrel that way. If you'll allow it, very slightly, you can feel like ice on the floor as he's running because he's barefoot.
Yep.
Oh, and you know it'd be awesome if like the house had started to shake a little bit as we're barreling down.
Okay, maybe not that, but like
Earthquake.
where his feet were, not like the area, just where his feet were. It's like damp. There's a little bit of ice that's melting.
Okay.
And that's
I'm assuming you also see the pile of ash.
He does not see that yet.
Oh,
He does not know at all what's happened yet. He's down below the stairs.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
Wilhelm, that's your turn. You watch as the now open doors, as two more figures emerge from the chamber. You see two more Caldwinian knights emerging from the chamber, dressed in armor similar to the one that has been disintegrated and wielding large great swords. They run outside of the chamber. This guy, 5. There's this look of immediate recognition, similar to the priest. They just sort of see you, a little gnome, running by, looking afeared. They pay you no mind. They see you, the heir of murder. This one, 5'10", rushes up. This one is going to stay back. He moves right here. He is going to shoot at you with a heavy crossbow.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Nevin. Did I walk past Valerie? Is that what you said? Or am I too
You ran
far?
past
You ran past Valerie.
These are called Linians?
Ah.
Yes.
Would you mind if I do an interaction? I wanted to when I reached Valerie. I didn't realize I went past her.
What do you want?
I was just gonna quick interaction. I was on the run over there. He'd stop for a second, look at you, and be like, "What happened?"
I don't know if I can.
No, you know what?
2 paragraphs later.
Just as fast and simple as you can. He's going to say, "Where is he?"
He's Batman.
He doesn't know what happened, but this will quell what he thinks.
She's just gonna be like.
Like pointing, like looking that
she's
way.
in shock right now. She just watched him disintegrate.
So you're in shock, is what?
She's just gonna stare up at the staircase.
She watched a man
And
turn
be
into
like-
Tinder. Just
So if you're in shock, then just he'll be there.
I'm sure you can
This
assume.
this knight is going to use leadership for 1 minute. Let me see here.
I felt warmer. Sorry, internal thought.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be that.
He is going to use leadership for 1 minute whenever a non-hostile creature in 30 feet of him makes an attack roll, I believe, or a saving throw. They can add a d4.
Non-hostile?
Non-hostile.
But how can they make an attack roll if they're non-hostile? Non-hostile to him?
Yes, non-hostile to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jout could.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. I'm
If he
like,
gets in
so...
Yeah. I'm gonna say that
I'm in 30
Ally.
feet of him.
in this situation, I'm gonna consider this an ally. You are not an ally. You are a neutral party to this guy.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Dude.
So he uses that. This knight is going to rush up with a greatsword. He moved. I'm gonna say that's as far as he can move. He is going to make 2 greatsword attacks against you. Keep in mind, these knights have been comical up until now, but they move with a trained proficiency, and they are skilled warriors from what you have seen, especially the ones clad in plate, full plate armor, which you know is rare. What am I fighting for? He is going to make 2 greatsword attacks against you. First one is a 16 plus 5 plus
Oh,
1
yeah.
d4. That will hit.
Oh yeah.
I healed it on accident.
You take another 10 points of slashing damage. Wisdom.
Oh yeah. I pass.
Second attack.
Ah,
That is
fold.
a 19 plus 1d4.
Oh yeah.
That will hit.
This week's gonna be 10 again. This week's
You
every
take
time.
9 points of slashing damage. Wisdom.
I pass.
The guard rushes up to you. You see the other one say, "Hit him there!" And he sort of feints a blow and then strikes at your knees and sort of cuts at your lower section. That is their turn. Up next, Valerie. I'll say that you can, if you dash, you can get here. We'll say that Wilhelm was like much farther away from you. You are about half as close as he was. So you can get sort of anywhere up
If
the
I
stairs.
dash? Okay,
If you dash,
then
you
I'll
can
get up the
dash.
stairs.
Okay, that's your action.
Step over that guy's body.
So you rush up, you see just a pile of ashen armor right here, and you see Fallen being assailed. And there's kind of a stinky smell.
Do I see that he's like injured, or do you just look fine?
He's being injured.
Fallen is fallen right now. His intention was to stop everybody from being to stop because these guys, okay. Fallen's brain real quick.
Breathe.
He was attacked, couldn't help himself due to a curse. He killed the guy. Now that's over. Zhao next to two guards or two soldiers that are immediately going to be very hostile towards me. Fallen's instinct is to stop the threat, not kill more people, but Fallen looks as he has been fighting since you guys have met him. There is still an aura of murder, and if you look at Fallen, there's you get a hint of that is you don't immediately recognize him, but he fights as if how he has.
There's a difference in stance between defense and attack.
Also,
Yeah.
like Nevin said, you don't see the shadowy aura around him anymore.
Oh,
And I forgot to
Like that,
those two
that
wisdom
dispersed
checks
as soon as the guy
that you
died.
just made, disadvantage.
19 and 18.
Wow, those were really good rolls.
Damn.
So,
Okay.
Valerie, it was your action to get here. You still have your bonus action.
I see.
Wow. A lot of minutes now.
She
No.
is going to. She's going to. I think at this point she sees you as an enemy. I know you said that you look like Fallen right now, but
Yeah, no, do it.
she is going to.
That's what I've been doing this whole
She's
time.
gonna be kind of like, she doesn't know who she's directing this towards, but she's gonna say, "Stay away from him," like really concerned, and she's gonna action surge. She's gonna action surge,
All right.
and I'm going to try to shoot you with my longbow.
If I get Jasper to use her class abilities by being evil, I'll be evil every day,
Oh
man.
my god, please. 9 plus 3. No, I'm gonna inspiration. I'm trying. Please, please, please. 16 plus 3.
That hits.
Yeah, that does hit.
Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna roll damage. 8 plus 3. Oh no!
You
Did I
plus
down
three?
you?
You
Yeah.
did, yeah.
You're down?
I'm down.
You're
I
down?
just took 49 points of damage just now. I only have 54, and we started off with 48.
Okay.
Or I started off with 48.
So,
Do you want me to roll this still? It doesn't matter if I'm down, but I do want to see if
be
it
careful
works.
that. Don't hold that cup down, bro.
It's empty.
I know it's empty.
Well,
but
it's, I
still
said they're
stuff comes
gonna
out.
leak little drops. He's very particular because he just vacuumed it.
One was a natural one.
Oh my gosh!
Doesn't matter.
Here's what happens. Sorry. You watch Valerie. Fallen Valerie. Ew. You watch. You see Valerie sort of rush up the stairs. Beside you, Wilhelm. She sort of. You say this. You yell this, and you reacting to this. You turn around, thinking, "Stay away from him." Of course, you turn around. And as the arrow hits you in the chest, you see this shadowy form summon itself next to Valerie, and then it just so soon. And then it just looks at her and then disappears, and then your vision. And and you fall flat on the ground. We are out of combat. You watch as the Caldwinian Knight, right in front of him, he sort of, and then he goes, "Gods, bind him now!" And he sort of gets on top of you, and he's just holding you down to the ground. You're unconscious, but he's just holding you down to the ground. You are making death saving throws.
Can I?
yeah.
Are we out of combat? Can I run up and stabilize him?
Just here. Can I instead
What?
just go up to stabilize him?
I mean, I don't want to bring him back.
No, I know. But can I instead go up to stabilize him?
I mean, I can just use a cantrip. Spare the dying.
I know, but won't they see this?
You see,
I'm saying like I'm gonna try to like convince them that this is not a bad
But
idea.
what are you gonna do? Are you gonna bring him back with HP?
No. I'm A, proficient in medicine, and B, I have a healer's kit.
What do you mean?
Oh, the healer's
can-
kit will just bring him back.
It just keeps him at 0.
It'll stabilize him?
Yeah, but spare
No.
the dying stabilizes him.
No,
It
but
doesn't-
he's
fair.
saying
I'm
that
saying
it
I'm
might
s-
seem suspicious if the guy who just tried to kill everyone and you come over to help him.
I'm here and I'm
Sure, you
present.
can do it. You
Okay.
can do it.
I'm gonna go up and be like,
so first of all,
yeah.
you see as the Caldwinian guard sort of puts his knee right on top of Fallen and just digging into it. He says, "God, bind him!" And you see as the Dwarven guard is just, he sort of takes out these stone handcuffs, flips Fallen over, and just,
Here, can I?
and then you see as the other guard is like, "Master, he's dying."
I'm gonna go up. Hey, move aside. He can't go to trial if
You
he's
see as the
dead,
guard
can
says,
he?
"Step aside!
He can't go to trial if he's
Step
dead.
aside!" And he's just sort of taking him and just, he sort of pulls you up. Make a death saving throw.
Shit.
I'm at 2 successes.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 1 when you first mentioned it.
You're at
No,
1
okay,
success.
just at 1. Okay, cool.
Oh no.
If you want to force your way through and do this, you can, but they are just moving him along. Master, he's dying.
I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna be like, I want to see this bastard rot in prison. So I'm just gonna like push my shove my way.
Okay.
I want to see him rot behind bars.
He's just sort of picking up his limp body.
Get out of my way. And I pull out my healer's
Sort
kit.
of-
Just
As he tosses your body down, make another death saving throw.
Oh my god, no.
Feel.
Failure.
alright, you bastard.
Fix him up,
Try to cause trouble in our streets. Just
but not that much, you hear?
yeah, I know. Don't want him to fight too hard in prison.
See, as the priest walks over to the ashen remains, he sort of kneels.
You know, I'll tell you what. I haven't seen any of these problems until these damn soldiers walked in.
Will you shut up and just get the job done?
Just sewing him back.
You are stabilized.
No
Now back away, and he sort of puts his shoulder on you. And he says, "Well, guards, what do we do with him?" And you see the Dwarven guards are like, he says, "He murdered my bloody captain. He needs to rot in jail." And he says, the dwarves are like, "We can't keep him here for long, especially with the powers he has. What say you this? When the Caldwinians come back through, you'll take him with you, imprison him in Caldwin." "Sounds fine with me." And they sort of pick him up, your limp body. They are bringing you to the jail.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing? Orpheus, I'm going to allow you to be here now.
Okay. I'll walk up next to you. Look around. I see the pile on the ground, and we know how he fights. We've seen him do stuff. Maybe not this. To this, have we seen him do something to this extent?
I would say that maybe the pile of ash is still smoking, like a little bit.
You see Valerie as one of the Caldwinian guards. One of the Caldwinian soldiers comes up to you. "Thank you for that. Without that
Talking to
shot,
herself, she's gonna be like, I didn't mean to do it. I just need disintegrates. I didn't mean to do it.
What? Valerie, what happened?
And she's gonna.
don't be ashamed of it. He put the fucker out. Gave him justice. Now we can get on with business."
So I can see the guards taking him away at this
Yes.
point.
I didn't.
They are leaving.
I didn't do it. What happened? Did he do that?
Fallen, you will be unconscious for 3 hours.
Gotcha. Hey, that's midnight.
Let him go.
We can't leave him here.
We won't leave him here.
We're not taking him.
He's a danger to this town. He just.
Caldwin
Disintegrate
soldiers
him.
will take him to Caldwin.
No, they can't do that. They're not gonna be enough. He killed someone with 2 hits.
You see as one of them, as they're dragging you along, so the priest is remaining here. He's actually interested in talking to you guys. Meanwhile, the 2 other guards, the 2 knights, that's a spiritual weapon, the 2 knights and the 2 guards, these guys.
I like this version of Jout a little bit more.
The 2
Little tiny goblin man.
they are escorting Fallen this way. Is your box still animated, Joe?
Yep.
Shit box.
It hasn't moved.
It consumes him.
You see as one of the dwarven guards sort of stops. So he's like,
How did this happen?
and he's just sort of like,
He starts shoveling shit.
gotta get it out of the road. Right. So what I was saying is one of the sort of Caldwinian guards sort of reaches over Fallen's unconscious body, grabs the sword, and he's just holding onto it.
We kind of
You guys see that? I don't. I
Yeah.
can't do anything. I'm down.
I know.
I'm unconscious.
What are you guys doing? You are new to this, so
Yeah, I'm seeing
Yeah, I'm
everything.
not paying attention to this so much. Can we have a moment to think and process?
you can.
I don't
I'll allow
know.
you a moment. Take this moment while I go pee pee.
Okay.
I have art
This is fun.
inspiration for Fallen's armor if I could show that out. Yeah.
You know what's funny? If things had gone a little
This
less
is what I
poorly,
imagine him wearing.
That's awesome.
I'm constantly trying to. Oh,
That's cool.
This is what
Wow.
Fallen and
it's like
False-
Undyne.
Yeah.
He's constantly trying to like.
What did I?
I'd say Job's constantly trying to pivot and like back foot onto like a plan B constantly. My current plan was to like be here and put everyone here to sleep, because I could still very well play it off as I'm not against anyone. I'm just trying
But
to.
the priest is.
No. It wouldn't have killed anybody. It would have knocked them all out, and they
you
don't
could
have
try,
to be against.
But isn't there a save?
Oh, no. It's too late.
Oh
Like, we're at
yeah, your
combat.
save is insane on that.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. We're all
You probably put everyone around him asleep and he'd just
Um,
be there.
I was gonna say if Fallen got another turn, hold on, what is it? Dreadful aspect. It says each creature of your choice within 30 feet. I could have targeted everyone, civilians, fucking evil people, you guys. I could have targeted every single.
If you stayed up, would you have failed your throw? Or would you?
Yeah, I would have started attacking you.
And he,
Yeah.
I cannot believe that failed in such spectacular fashion. So
I didn't fail.
you no. I can't believe that was the situation.
Yeah, he's saying that's the situation I failed in.
Yeah.
Out of all the times I
Yeah.
could have failed it.
Like the
I thought
one
you said,
time you
like-
don't want to kill the guy. It's
Yeah.
the one time where it happens. That is why I love Dungeons and Dragons, because the dice tell a story. Regardless, you see as the dwarven guards, one of them is like,
Oi, I'll escort him to the prison. You need to go to the square, tell everyone the problem's been solved. Murder has been dealt with, festivities can resume. We need to calm people down. And he says, yes, sir.
you see that there's actually a couple more guards that have amassed around here at this point, and they're all moving as a group together to the central square to sort of tell people to calm down. Multiple people are sort of peeking their heads out of windows, out of doors, just sort of murmuring, what's going on, what's happening? You think that these people are not accustomed to this level of violence within their city.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just trying to reach
All
What
right.
are you all doing?
I'd like to start making my way back to the square.
to the square.
Well, if
For what?
I'm making my way back to the square.
Yeah,
I don't know what
okay,
you guys
that's
are doing.
fine.
You guys do whatever the fuck.
Since you seem very stunned, Orpheus wasn't there, I'll go to the priest and be like, did you see what happened?
Yeah, Valerie's gonna go too. Did you see it?
Well,
Did you see it?
I recognize the man from today, actually. A group of travelers came into Caldwin when we took one of the Goliaths out to try and deliver justice. One of them intervened, blocked his sword. They ran away with the Goliath.
And then he says,
Hold on. You.
Understand, I'm not here to hurt you. We were after him too.
you see as sort of, Nevin lapse moment, you are out of disguise.
Yeah. No. No, don't. He's with me.
He says, Jameson!
No, 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 no.
Come here! We've overlooked something.
And he says,
Gods.
knees!
Hey,
On your knees now!
we're not here to hurt you. We were trying to chase him.
Who?
The psychopath.
You don't understand. I don't care. That's all business now. Our captain is dead. We must uphold his legacy. On your knees, Goliath, now!
Oh yeah, you're a Goliath.
Yeah.
You see as the priest just sort of...
Please,
And fuck up number 2.
please, don't attack the Goliath. Please, he's my ally. We just... Your captain's been disintegrated. You can't do this.
He's moving in. If you're not going to do anything, he's sort of moving in and he's just...
Valerie's gonna draw her
Alright.
her short sword.
Are we going to do this again? Are these streets going to have even more blood?
You can't.
Submit! And we will not hurt you.
So they're all kind of like here?
The other guard has gone off.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that they're gone.
Yeah.
Enough
Wait.
time has passed now. They're gone.
The box is still there.
It is. They're gone now. One Caldwinian guard
It's
has
him and
remained.
the priest.
Actually, no. There were 2 Caldwinian guards. So we'll say that the other have gone off. But one sort of lesser guard and one knight have stayed behind, and they are now sort of grouped up in front of you guys. Just sort of waiting to see what's going to happen.
No,
On your knees, Goliath!
you can't submit.
Okay.
I know I said I'm making my way to the town square. Am I already there, or do I at all hear any of this?
You decided that you were going back to the
I know.
town square.
I'm saying how far have I made it since this conversation started?
Out of
Too
earshot.
far? Too far for any of this to matter? Gotcha. That's all I'm asking.
Alright.
Decisions matter. You went back to the square, you're back at the
You're
square.
acting like I'm upset about it.
If I have a moment, they're clearly not listening to reason.
You are not raging.
Not raging anymore? Okay.
Yeah,
that's-
Yeah, it does a couple seconds, yeah. Then
We'll take you to the jail.
If they're-
Along with him, you'll be escorted to Caldwell, where you will face justice for your actions at Svala and Davin, and for the lives you took, and your kin as well.
okay.
On the ground, you barbarian!
Like a trigger after that. And this energy comes out of him. You can see physical ice headed that way as he uses Ryan's binding ice.
Oh!
He's no better than I am. You call me the monster.
That's why I said fuck up number 2 right here.
Not believe. What's the... It's a cone, right?
It's a 30-foot cone.
We got 2 people really making the world a better place here.
Yeah, I assume it hits them, right?
Most people have
Orpheus just-
cleared out at this point. I'm saying that this street is fairly lonesome. Most people have tried to get out of this place.
Yeah, I'm just hitting them 3.
Yeah, they're
Which-
all within range.
Or if
I'm
it's just
going
like,
to immediately use that. I'm going to say, for effect, what it looks like is just like a frost wave pushing forward. And
What
yeah,
happens?
blows past them. Actually, I've never used this. Hang on. I didn't expect to use this today. Save. So each of them need to make a con saving throw.
Constitution. Okay, the first knight is going to make his saving throw. He does have a little bit of a bonus to this. That is a 14.
That succeeds.
Succeeds. The priest is going to make his. Succeeds.
I think I can smell you now.
That's a nat 20 on the priest.
Okay.
And then
I figured he'd
the other guard. That is a Constitution saving throw. That's a 14.
They all succeed.
Succeed.
Okay. So there is damage. I don't really want the damage. That sucks.
I'm going to remind you. This action is final.
Yeah. I know. They all take 4 cold damage.
4 cold damage? Okay.
Ice starts to form at their feet, but they're quick enough to be able to break out of it.
Okay.
Because he's never done this before. I don't think he was expecting to do this.
Shit.
And then that is a special action, so he's going to dash back the way he came.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 40 feet of movement, so you are faster than them.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, he doesn't want to hurt them, so no, he's going to dash.
Okay. Alright. You are dashing. You are you are out of there. So you all watch as this just wave of ice, it blows out this fire right here, putting a little bit of darkness, and you see as all of them and they go, "Barbarian, wielding twisted magic!" And then they just sort of quickly just move to arms. I'm gonna say that if you guys are running, we're starting a chase. Are you guys running? I'm gonna be generous here. I'm gonna be generous here and say that this moment of distraction has sort of stunned them for a moment, and you two have 2 turns that you can take here.
Now, have I already reached the square?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you have.
Can I immediately go with... Gonna get his name right. Zoril?
So you're in the square and you see as a crowd of people have gathered around. Most of them are just sort of, you see a group of dwarves, dwarves. They just sort of have large clubs and hammers. They're just like, "Oh God, what's been going on? Trouble in the Huddlestone?" And he just sort of goes, No, all is calm. There was a bout of violence, a vicious murder unleashed in the streets, but we have dealt with him, us and the Caldwinians.
Do I see our little bard friend?
You see, no, he is inside the tavern.
I thought he said he was gonna be in the fucking square. What's his problem? Okay.
He is in the square, just in the tavern.
Well, I'm gonna head in the tavern then.
Okay, you see as multiple people are looking at like, what happened? And then there's a relative calmness, but it's clear the festivities have been interrupted. And it's hard to restore the mood. As you walk into the tavern, you see multiple people exiting. There's actually very few people in. As you do, you see Zillier exiting with them. And he looks at you. What happened?
I'm just giving him like a... Now.
Okay. And he sort of begins to follow you. What are you two doing?
If you want a player's perspective, you should run.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
But
I know.
see,
You don't really have. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah, no,
let him arrest
he'd
you.
run. He'd start running.
Run?
Seeing this moment, he'd start
And
running.
dash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, just like uses everything. Bonus action to dash. Just get out there.
You are, with the fact that you can do both of those, you just sort of, and you are like really, really fucking
Yeah.
fast.
And Valerie is going to hesitate.
Valor's
She
gonna
did
take
pull
light
her
dodge.
short sword,
No!
and she's just gonna turn and sprint too.
Okay.
I mean,
So you have 30 feet of movement, correct?
yeah.
They move the same speed as you.
Mm-hmm.
With how fast you can move every turn, they cannot catch up with you. With how fast you can move every turn, they cannot catch up with you. But you, they can. You turn to move, and both of them are rushing at you. So, how close were you to them?
I was like
Right there.
2 spots away.
You're right there. So, you turn around to run, they're running right behind you. So the priest is like 1 square behind you. We're just going to use this to sort of estimate where they are. This is not where they actually are. So they're rushing right behind you. The priest actually lets the knight move aside and they're sort of repositioning themselves.
While you guys fix this problem... Damn, you got so many pluses, bro.
That's what bards and rogues are about.
Dude, he's got like a plus everything except for wisdom. Goddamn.
Okay.
Fuck you.
The knight, they're just rushing behind you. They're just screaming, "Stop! Stop!" But they can't catch up with you. And you get the sense they don't want to kill you. They don't want to kill you, they just want to stop you. Oh, wait a minute.
No, they want to kill
They
you.
actually want to kill you.
Earthquake.
Yeah, bards and rogues are skill monkeys. That's their whole thing is game.
monkeys. What about monks?
They're punch monkeys.
They're actually.
Like from the cruise.
So, as you rush down the stairs, you see the priest standing behind. "By the gods, stop!" And he sort of takes it, and you see as right in front of you, this once again spiritual mace is summoned right in front of you. It's gonna make an attack.
Oh, slide under it. That'd be so dope.
I
If it
can't
misses,
slide under it.
slide under it.
I'll just run through it. Isn't it just like not there?
Yo, then how can it hit you?
And no, you can walk through the space. It is
What?
a spiritual weapon. Yes, you can.
I
It's
have
it's
this
fake.
spell.
It's
That's
a fake
so odd.
It's like a radiant like thing. It's not a physical
That's a
attack.
23.
Okay. Does this slow me?
No. You take.
Man, if only you guys had a paladin to be there and help you guys.
Yeah, if only
I
your
killed a
paladin
paladin.
fucking murder someone and go to jail.
Hey, it's not my fault.
Whose fault is it?
The sword.
The guy who wields the sword.
No, the fucking dude.
the sword.
Yeah.
Shot me.
You take 11 points of radiant damage.
The guy who walked down the fucking alleyway.
trying to see
No,
if
11
there
points of
is-
force damage.
Okay.
You take 11 points of force damage, and as the spell is cast, the sort of mace sort of slams into your head as you fall through it. And then you see as the knight sort of says, "That is your final warning, stop!"
And did that slow me down?
No. You're still running, but it hurt.
Okay, then I'll keep running.
Okay.
Your final
But
warning.
I'm going to keep my short sword out. If they come near me, I'm gonna stab them.
Okay.
They did the equivalent of like a shot through the shoulder with a bullet. Like that's not a warning shot.
Make a dexterity check for me.
18 plus 3.
18 plus 3.
21.
Okay, and you're not fighting them, correct? You're just running?
I'm running, but if they get close to me, I'm fighting.
Okay. Are you dashing?
Yeah.
So, the other knight, he is going to cast guiding bolts against you.
Oh no.
It's final warning. Misses.
Okay.
More like
So-
unguiding bolt.
He sort of takes out the book, and you see as this sort of light is summoned, he shoots at you, and it slams across the ground. Taking that sort of is slowed him for a bit, so he stops. I'm going to say that he sort of is out of that because he took his time to do that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the other two are still rushing after you. The knight, he is going to make a heavy crossbow attack against you.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Okay.
You take 3 points of piercing damage, and he's just yelling, "Stop! Stop now!" The other guard is just rushing after you. They're on your tail. They're still chasing you, and you're getting closer and closer to the central square, if that's where you're leading them.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Are you not gonna stop and fight?
Am I close to
How
the
many
square?
turns have you gotten?
You are, we'll say that you are 3 turns away from getting back to the central square.
How much else do you have?
I have 37.
I think you said 2 turns.
Is there like?
What?
Are you following me or are you just running?
I'm running to the square because there's a plan still. Isn't there?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to get.
Valerie
This is what
seems
you're
to
doing
still
is
plan.
hopefully very helpful.
Yeah.
You're running?
Yes, I'm
He's
going
running
to. I'm also gonna cast. Shield of
Grease.
Faith on myself.
Should have
Are they? I'm
yeah,
so
which
curious.
is a bonus action.
So you're double dashing, right?
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
But they're stopping to take attacks, so they can't dash.
They have a crossbow.
That's
They
they can't.
They can't dash because
I'm
they're
assuming
action.
he already
attack.
had a bolt.
Keep up.
So yeah, they can't keep up. if
They're literally
attacking.
going half your speed because they have to use their action to attack you.
I still want to lead them. I don't want them to lose
No, I know,
sight of me.
I know. They're still, but they're
We'll say this.
not close enough to you.
I don't care that they're near me. I want them to come to the square.
He is stopping to attack you, and you are running quite fast. So we'll resolve this in one turn. The heavy crossbow has a very long range, has a 100-foot range. So
Okay.
he's going to get one more shot off on you. This other guard has nothing he can do. He is using his dash to stay behind you. This
Okay.
guy is staying behind to sort of try and pelt you with these crossbow bolts. This other guard is just rushing behind you. He stops, tries to nail you again. That's going to miss. The crossbow bolt, and you are rushing and running into the central square
Okay.
with one guard behind you. You we'll go ahead and change the maps now.
I was gonna say, in this time, how far have me and I need to write this down.
Dude, come on.
Dude, I don't know why it's not sticking.
You're right.
Oh, I have the
something.
name. I
You
have
can
the
do
name.
it. You can do it.
It
Give me a
is
hint.
Zariel?
Zillier.
Zillier.
Zillier. Like billiards. I'm not gonna forget it.
Yeah.
Without the D.
Okay.
See, I remember Zerith.
Without the D.
So,
Yeah.
what are you and Zillier talking about?
Yeah. What do you mean? What are we talking about? We already went outside.
Exactly. What are you talking about when you get outside?
I'm just gonna tell him like, okay, we need to turn the town against them quick. Like,
What do you mean? What's going on? They're saying there was a murder in the streets and the Coldwinians helped dispatch of him? That's not going to help our cause, out.
it wasn't something we planned. At this point, the best we can do is try to like play it off as we're bringing the party back to life. The best we can do is get them to us, to our side, and then get that side against their side.
Doug, things have changed. We can try our best.
Oh, Fallen.
I don't know if our plan is going to work now.
This conflict.
I
We
did
can
not
use
hear
this
that.
as how often have these people seen this type of conflict until these soldiers walked into town?
We can try, Doug. We can try. It's about now that there is a commotion, as once again you run into. Where are you? You run into the center square. You see the large crowd gathered around you, and you also see the guard who is fast on your tail. He's right behind you. You see us rushing in. He says, "Stop that woman! She's in alliance with the murderer! Stop her!" And you see multiple of the guards, the dwarven guards, who are now around. Look around.
So, I did want to run to the center too.
You're there.
So I'm there. I don't.
Where?
I mean, if there's already guards there, then where do you think I would be?
These are dwarven guards. The dwarven guards do not have the same vendetta against you that the Caldwinian guards do.
That's true. They wouldn't.
They don't care.
Yeah. Then I would. I mean, I would have run up. If I saw you, then I would have run up to you.
Okay. Right there.
Okay.
He was talking about me.
Yeah. To Zhao
Oh, okay.
specifically, because I assume I got there before Valerie.
Yeah. Also,
You can
there's
you can
literally
you want around here.
throughout the town the word of Caldwin's hate Colossals?
Goliaths.
Goliath. That's what I said. Why am I?
Dude.
I'm
Gotta
Nevin,
get
what
more
do you
sleep at
expect
night.
from me?
Just saying. All right, Orpheus. Did you also want to return to the square?
I mean, you knew the plan.
Yeah,
You're further.
I knew the plan. Yeah, I'll return to the square, but I'll be sort of like over here. Like over, like in this area over here.
So I meant earlier I'd be next to Zhao, but
You
If-
can be,
if I
you
see
can also
Val-
be wherever you want to
yeah, if I see Valerie, then I'd be behind the guards. I'd be running up too.
This is Zillier.
Do these guards look hostile now towards
So,
me?
As you rush up, he says these words. He says, "You're in cahoots with the murderer." The guards sort of look at each other. "Stop! Stop right where you are! Don't move!" And she, the Caldwinian, says, "She was there. She has an alliance with him, and she's protecting a Goliath. He was with alliance with him as well. Stop them!"
I shot him. I shot him down. I don't know what you're talking about.
What she says is a lie. Stop
It's
her!
not a lie. You can check his armor. I shot him through the chest.
They're just moving in.
Okay, she's gonna
Oh.
cast spiritual weapon.
Wait. Do I hear any of this?
Yeah, you're right there. You do too.
Okay,
Okay,
well she's gonna
wait.
cast spiritual weapon, like directly behind her.
You're not gonna help your case.
I don't care.
Okay.
They're gonna get me. I don't want to get friggin'.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold myself.
monster now?
Fuck up number 3! I do want to say to the guard in front of you, like, she's innocent.
I'm not just casting
Goliath
spiritual
saying that?
Well,
To be
so
fair, the
dwarven
dwarven guards are not against him.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't know what I'd say. I'd probably say she's innocent. She's there.
So,
Nice
He-
holes in your
he
socks.
turns to you.
I
Says,
know.
"The Caldwinians are here on official decree. We must help them." And he just begins to move up.
Helping murderers.
As you summon the spell and say this word, they stop. This is your last chance. Join and run a fight and you won't be harmed.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
Everybody has just sort of backed away.
Yeah.
They're just looking.
Valerie has been through so much right now. She saw someone get killed. Right? She saw a spectral being behind him. She herself just shot down what she thought
Which
was her
ones are the
ally.
dwarves?
You hear a voice. "Valerie, please don't harm them. They're innocents. Don't harm them."
Hey Nev, can you do me a favor and give me a rundown on dwarves versus Caldwinians? Like which are which?
This one's a Colwinian. These are dwarves.
Okay.
There we go.
That's the guy that was right.
I have, I
kidding.
have dwarven minis. I just failed to get
It's
them.
fine.
No, I was gonna say I was just color code also works, but these two are Caldwins.
Yes.
No, that's a spiritual weapon. That's the only Caldwin
One Caldwin, 3 dwarves.
for right now.
She's-
As she does that too, sorry, I do want to say to this guy, like, don't do it, pull out the axe. This is Valerie. He's like, hey man, she's innocent, don't do it.
He's just sort of taking there. He takes his spear. He's like,
No, don't.
step back.
Okay, well,
Step back, you behemoth.
Put your weapon. Put your weapon
He
away.
says, they're right. They're called William's right. The Goliath and the woman, they're in cahoots. They're working together.
Oh no.
Your god told you to not do it.
He says the called William's just like, put your weapons down now.
Yeah.
Surrender without a fight.
Listen,
Well,
I'm
can
a
I-
god,
can I
not
run
a
up?
lifetime friend.
Sure, you guys can do whatever you want.
Well, I'm just gonna.
This is
Me
fucked.
Yeah.
as a player, I have to do it.
No, bad
Wait.
idea.
The dwarven
I
guard
know
next
it's
to
a
you.
bad idea.
Stay out of this, old man. Get to safety.
You stopped a murderer earlier. You're gonna turn into one now?
Old man, stay out of this. Get to cover. Get away from here.
She stopped the murder in the street.
Trying to get out. Get away.
Wait. I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
Turn into a giant man.
What are you guys doing?
I could.
Ours is naked.
We kind of have an obvious choice, so you do what you want to do right now, and then we're doing.
You-
And you too.
Do a little.
Do whatever you want to
Okay,
do.
yeah, do
Oh,
whatever you want.
man.
But
We'll go last.
she is going to put her short sword away.
And the spiritual weapon as well.
No. And okay, so everyone is drawing their weapons.
Yes.
We'll
All of them have their weapons drawn. You see, one of the dwarven guards is reaching. He's reaching for stone handcuffs. Yes.
Let it happen.
Put your weapons
Valerie,
away.
what are you doing?
Dispel the magic. You see, it's about now that the priest and the other knight have caught up as well. Standing about here, you see as the priest.
That's a bad idea.
See, as the priest is going to cast.
I'm not trying to metagame, but you should
Can I?
really know.
The priest is going to cast Dispel Magic.
Don't do it.
Is your spiritual weapon a spell of 3rd level or lower?
Yes.
It ends.
Okay.
You see as he's just. And the spiritual weapon disappears. That's it. And they're moving closer.
All right. That's a.
What are you doing?
Are they closer?
Every step they take closer. I mean, this guard's kind of in my face, so he's just like staring him down, keeping more of an eye on how close they are.
Should I take this?
I'm waiting on her.
So are they all closer?
They're trying to arrest everyone. No, every one
I'm
of you,
gonna
I
start
think.
moving up
Not
towards
me.
where Jones
Yeah,
is
not
at.
you.
Everybody is just still and quiet. Most people have moved to about here. You see over here there's one tiny little dwarven man who's just sort of. Okay, they're moving in. No, this guy stayed right here. I moved him back down. He stayed right there. And he's just like, lads, she put her weapon away, but this one didn't. He still has his axe out. You big man, put your axe away now.
I'll look to you. What do you do?
She's gonna give you a really disappointed look. Not disappointed in you, but just in the situation. And she's just gonna shake her head no.
No?
Yeah, and she's gonna like kind of motion for you to just step back. Shoot.
We said put the axe away, and you shake no.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
Like,
I felt
okay,
it in my head,
solemnly,
yeah.
like, no.
Okay, so you're shaking put the axe away. So
Yeah.
You're okay.
And then I'll be like, go. You're fast.
Do I stay here?
By the way, you are no longer Raven.
You can get me later. Go
I
fast.
put him to sleep. But I
She's
don't
gonna
know.
tell you that, and she expects you to actually go.
What do you think?
No, but I'm saying.
No, I know.
Orpheus.
Oh, I also don't have Shield of Faith anymore because he just failed.
No, he was targeting spiritual weapon.
Oh,
It does. It's not a cone or an area.
It's true.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a one thing.
Yeah.
You target one creature, object, or magical effect. He only targeted your spiritual weapon.
Not me. Okay.
But
I mean, you can take it away if you
no,
want.
yeah, he's gonna do that as well.
Okay.
So you no longer have that either.
You want to take it?
Yes.
But yeah,
Okay, after that, then Wilhelm will put his axe down. He'll start kind of backing up as far as I can.
run.
You
No.
have to realize your actions have consequences.
She's gonna tell you to run.
Well, he's not gonna listen to you. What he's gonna do is he's gonna put his axe away.
Why did I get rid of command?
And he's.
Maybe if a paladin were there with
Is he gonna let me just
You
walk
wouldn't be in
away?
position.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I-
why I can't just run. He's not gonna let me get away.
So
But
you put your axe away.
I put the axe away. Yeah.
He instantly moves in with handcuffs.
Run.
And as he does, as you put the axe away, all of them move in around you as well. Do you let them?
All right, that's enough, all of you.
Is there anywhere to go?
Not really.
Turn around, you.
And I cast Hypnotic Pattern on everybody in this nice compact square.
Oh my gosh.
Are you leaving me out of this?
You are in the square.
Why not?
I waited until everybody got close enough.
But I can be out of the
I think
square.
you can maybe
You
position
could,
it.
but you're not helping.
You're in the square. Aren't you?
I'm not in the square.
He
No,
put
he's
away
not.
his weapon. Don't
He's
put him in
My
it.
axe is away, and
He can
Y'all are-
actually pick me up.
Y'all are not helping
It
at all.
literally targets everybody in the square.
that's
If
what
I-
I'm
if I-
saying is he
if
doesn't
I
have
move
to
to
target
target-
me.
I don't have to.
What do you mean he's not helping?
Literally, both
You
of
don't want the Goliath to
Guys.
be near the people
Okay,
that want to
okay.
kill
You're
him.
right. Just let him do his thing. Just do your thing.
God damn, I'm tired of arguing with you guys.
Maybe
You cast the spell?
Yep.
Okay.
if there were a paladin that would give allies +3 on saving
If there was a paladin that didn't get us into this mess, we'd be fine.
You can't say shit.
Yeah, you can.
You kickstarted this domino effect way before all this. If there was a paladin,
Maybe.
There are 3 dwarven guards.
So what's the save? So
It's a 14, I think.
it is a
I mean, what is it? Sorry.
wisdom
Wisdom?
Mhm.
Okay.
What's
Saving
the-
throw?
disadvantage.
Wisdom saving throw.
With disadvantage, okay.
I fail it. Yeah, I fail.
I fold.
I got an 11.
Yeah, I fail.
Okay. So, both of you fail. That means they're...
They're charmed.
Charmed and incapacitated.
Okay. So, the priest is going to roll. Wisdom saving throw. That is a failure. Priest fails.
And they have disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage.
Because he's using the loot.
Loot. The loot, anything that casts charm gives him disadvantage.
Thank you for reminding me. The knight, both knights are going to roll
Come on, run it back.
with disadvantage. What's the DC?
14.
14.
You failed, Valerie?
That knight
How long
fails.
did you fail?
Oh.
Yeah, we both did.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Second knight is going to roll.
Did they succeed?
The
Failed.
first knight failed.
Oh, okay.
These 2 have failed.
Okay.
Second one is rolling. First roll is a natural 19.
Great.
With disadvantage, that's a natural 18. He succeeds.
Great.
Damn, that's really bad.
He succeeds.
Great.
The 2 dwarven guards are going to roll. Disadvantage. No, that's a failure. That dwarven guard is going to roll. That's a failure. The 3rd dwarven guard. That's a failure.
So it's just that night.
And
Which one?
he is a...
The fancy one?
Whoops.
Yes, literally everybody except for the one knight with the miniature.
The one we don't want near the Goliath that fell asleep.
Okay.
He's not near the Goliath, so that's good.
Sammy, come here.
He kinda is.
Alright. And...
So, you watch as, once again, this pattern shimmers across the ground and into the air. As everybody in this square sort of, you fall asleep. Not fall asleep, but it's just sort of like it hypnotizes you and then it knocks you out. All of you fall. You see this
Oh,
other
sorry.
guard. His reaction speed is quick, so he covers his eyes. And then you see as he opens his eyes. Everybody around him is. He looks over at you who played the tune. What's the meaning of this?
We're here to have a good festival, and you guys are all ruining it.
And I walk straight in the middle of it, purposely wedging myself here, but more trying to say that I'm like to show that I'm in the middle of all this.
Since you dang guards have walked in, we've had nothing but violence in this town.
You see as. That's what you said? Okay. Zillier is going to stroll up, kind of behind you. He says, "What are you talking about?"
Zillier says this?
No, the guard.
This
He-
town.
As you're talking, he reaches down, takes one of the stone handcuffs, reaches to you, Valerie.
Great.
You're nothing but a kook, old man. And you see as everybody around him is like, they stop the violence. They stop the violence. And they just sort of move in.
They, as in
The Caldwinians.
Gah.
He moves up to the side. Step aside.
No. You lot.
Step aside, gnome. This is none of your business.
This town was hustle and bustle until you walked in. Can I now? Here's the thing. I can use my action to wake him up.
You can.
Can I kick him to wake him up and like I'm stomping my feet? Just
Are you going to do that?
am I able to play it off like I'm not intentionally waking him up?
No.
Ah, okay.
Are you going to do that?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Step aside. This is your final and last warning. I do not want to hurt an old gnomish man, but I will if you make me. And you see as everybody's like, step aside, old man. Move. Let this all be resolved.
Don't you see? They're trying to hurt us all. They're not just trying to hurt the Goliaths.
You see as a very elderly sort of dwarf looks up. He says, I heard them talking about that. Coldwind's here to kill the Goliath. And you see as another one says, well, it looks like to me they're just delivering justice. They stopped that murderer, and now they stopped his allies.
She stopped the murderer. I was there myself.
Make a
Persuasion?
persuasion check with disadvantage.
You got this, man. You got this. I believe in you.
Do you have inspiration? Not bardic, just regular. No. Great. Oh no.
Come on, you got it.
Oh, motherfucking table. Okay, I'm sliding it out.
Why?
Okay, so we can assume it's that. Okay, well. Persuasion.
13.
13. You see as the guard, what the old man says is a lie. He's nothing but a kook. Make him step aside, and this will all be resolved. You see as the sort of townspeople, the dwarf walks up. Step aside, old man. Let them solve this problem. Listen, I don't like the Coldwinians any more than you do. I agree they bring trouble. But, well, it seemed to me that those two were ready to kill. Step aside, let this be solved. And everyone's like, yeah, just move aside, old man. There's no need to die for this. You should listen to them. It seems like your persuasion fell flat. People just want this to be fixed.
I'll move on one condition. You aren't going to be the one who locks him up.
You're funny. And he's just gonna move past you. He's gonna step over this guy's unconscious body, move through the tent, and stand right there.
He's like his friend fell asleep.
As he steps over the
Later
dwarf, he
vision.
once again reaches down, takes one of the stone sort of handcuffs, reaches behind you, and just and as he does so, he looks to the dwarven guard. Wake up! He is able to lift your body as the other dwarf is like, what happened? He's like, we got him. Wake your friends up. We're going to the jail. And he's just sort of beginning to walk Wilhelm away as this dwarf goes, wakes up everybody else. One by one, they all wake up,
Fuck up number 4.
stunned and unaware. One of them says, Oi.
It's your turn.
he's only got in cuffs. Take him to the jail. And sort of one of the other dwarven guards looks at the Caldwinian. He just lifts up your body, Valerie. They are both walking in the same direction with your bodies, slowly, that they took falling.
Stab them.
This guy's
I'm
gone.
gonna die in that jail cell. These two are gonna kill me.
This guy's gone.
That's true!
Oh shit!
The priest
You
is
have no
going.
ritual party.
The priest is going.
I will say, of all the people who are left to break you out of jail, we are probably the most capable because we can be stealthy, but other than that, we got no bulk.
The two. What
The
happened?
two stealthiest. Stealthiest.
The weakest.
Stealthiest.
So,
At least we ain't weak-willed.
That's pretty strong.
So, you all watch. Everybody around is silent and still. And as Wilhelm and Valerie's unconscious bodies are being escorted away from the square, the dwarven guards look around and say, everything's solved. Everything's fine. Just please calm down. We have it all under control. And you see as the dwarven guards are just standing around, Zillier just is looking at you like,
Oh.
most people at this point You see this sort of old dwarvish man who's sitting at one of the chairs. He's just leaning back and he's like,
I told you all, we should close this place off from strangers. They only bring trouble. Everything is ruined!
and he sort of is taking over this barrel. Just and you see as everyone's just looking around like,
Yeah.
and they're all just, everybody's slowly.
Xenophobia, yeah.
Everybody's slowly just starting to exit and leave. Some sort of disgruntled tavern workers are sort of starting to roll barrels back inside, collect food, and put down tents. Everybody seems very, very upset by the transpirings of tonight. And as you two are taken away, you, Fallen, find yourself awake in a small stone cell. And you see sitting in front of you a Caldwellian knight.
Well, this will be fun.
That's where we'll leave off.
So cool! I love this.
I'm arrested.
You all get 250 experience points.
You killed them.
To be fair,
You failed more times tonight than you succeeded, so I'm not going to give you a lot of experience points. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit.
What did I
God.
feel at?
This is literally the last thing that I could have assumed, and that's
Really?
what I'm going to be.
I'm going to.
you know, it's funny. I actually had considered calling off tonight, like not showing up to D&D for X, Y, and Z. But I'm glad I did.
Yeah, me too.
Hey man, you can't miss a single fucking session. I'm here. I keep this ball rolling.
Yeah, I gotta take a second. I remember that.
Dude, like, if you had not been here this session, you would have been like, oh, they're all in jail now.
Here's the thing.
Wow.
Would you have just lumped me in with them?
I have no clue, man. I don't know what would have happened if you
I think you be.
Because
I
typically
think us three would still have resulted in going to jail.
I know,
think,
but listen, like,
I think he would have lumped you with him.
I see. Because like at the end of the day, like usually when you're not here, you just get lumped in with the group, whichever one's the majority of the group. So
I
like
think specifically for this
encounter.
yeah, for this situation, I think you would have been lumped with Orpheus.
I see.
Just because
I legitimately think this might be the biggest fuck up I've ever seen.
I mean,
the dice
I was
was
saying-
massively not in our favor for once.
But here's the thing: you're saying it's a fuck up. It's another tale. It's another part of the story.
No, it's
not
amazing.
really-
No,
it's not a fuck up at all.
it's cool.
Yeah.
But no. It is a mess up. It's just an interesting mess up.
Yeah,
That's-
it's,
I
at the end of the
love-
day, like the story is being told how it's going to be told, and that's what's lovely about
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
We all turned the townsfolk against them. No, the townsfolk didn't listen. We didn't persuade them, and now 3 of us are going to jail. Like that's where the intrigue lies. We're making an interesting new story. Why is the house censored?
This did. That's Steam.
That's
You guys did
House
fuck up
penis.
gloriously and entertainingly and amazingly, and
Hi, Amy.
I
Hi, Amy.
I didn't fuck